I swear, guys, I'm going to change that intro. I'm going to do it. I just got to make the time to do it. Got to change the intro. But hey, everybody out there, how's it going? As you can tell, Omar is here with us today.
What's up, everyone? How you doing?
This is going to be the new format moving forward. Dude, I got to tell you, it was so cool this morning typing out 101, knowing that we're over that hump, man. That was pretty dope. That was pretty dope.
You guys had a banging show, man. That was awesome. Awesome. Episode 100, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Let's see here. Let me hit the notes before we say hello to the chat. Just wanted to let you guys know today, our double down is we're going to be talking about our favorite San Diego Comic-Con reveals so far. It feels like it's been going on for a week already. And today is the big day. Like today, there will be massive reveals. So like the stuff that we're already excited about, dude, like we have no idea what's going to hit us today.
Yeah, man, it's going to be awesome.
Let's see. We're going to be unboxing some Ashes of Agbendor figures. Sounds like maybe the same one. But I'm excited about that. I like doing the same one. That happens. I like it. But why don't you go ahead and kick us off by saying hello to everybody in the chat?
You got it. Let's do it. So we have Andy the Collector. How you doing, brother? Good morning.
I got a feeling he's going to get today's clip. I think he's going to.
Oh, probably. He's sharp, man. Andy's sharp, dude.
That's right.
And Jersey Shore Juggernaut. Jersey, what's up, brother? Good morning, my ambidextrous tribe. And Jesse Marshall, good morning, sir. How are you doing? Thanks for joining us. And Ray Paz, how you doing, sir? Hope everything is well.
Let's see. I think that's it so far. I think that's all we got. We got a solid crew, so we're going to get right into it. We got lots of news to talk about, but before we kick off the news segment, just want to give a shout out to our good buddy Greg. Not feeling that well, little under the weather, might have got a hold of some bad lettuce is all I'm saying. That's all I'm going to say. Might have got a hold of some of that bad lettuce.
I told Greg to stop eating at Taco Bell last night. So we were going to do a toy therapy last night, but unfortunately we couldn't because he was sick. So Greg got better, man. But hey, you know what? At least you lost a couple pounds, brother. So you're good. You're going to look real good at Legion's Con, man.
I love how he said last night in our chat. He was like, he goes, I am an empty vessel. I love that.
Yeah.
Dude, not to get too in the weeds with your job, but have you come in contact with any of the contaminated lettuce in what you do?
Yes. So we actually had a recall. I had 13 customers that ordered from the contaminated lettuce. And last Friday and Saturday, I spent most of the day getting those out and making sure that it was all dumped out and people weren't eating it. So, yeah, it was a total of 37 cases of lettuce that I had between all those customers. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a pain.
I like what Andy said. You know what? There's never a recall on
Reese's. Now you curse them. One day there's going to be a recall on Reese's.
Yeah, exactly. We have Sig and Jen Lucky Sprinkles jumping in the chat. Good morning to both of you. Thank you for being here. And let's see here. Well, not to be outdone by San Diego Comic-Con, our good buddy Steve Make and the Articulated guys, which you're rocking the shirt this morning, Articulated Empire. They're at the Chicago Toy Show. Come on, camera. Get it together in St. Charles, Illinois. Today is the 26th, right? Nope. Today's the 25th. This is tomorrow. I always think toy shows are on Saturday for some reason, but yeah, it looks like it's going on tomorrow.
And they should be on Saturdays, but you know,
right.
It's what it is.
I'm going to rock this until, because I know Andy's happy that I'm promoting this. This is the Indiana Toy Show. You know, I don't have my light on. Kicking off. Come on. Why are you not working with me? Oh, you know what? I've got auto tracking off on my camera. So this is the Indiana Toy and Comic Expo, August 23rd from 10 to 4, Monroe Convention Center in Bloomington, Indiana. If you're in that neck of the woods, Definitely want to hit that up. And I want to, let's see here. I want to talk about the Titans Toy Expo that will be in October. This is October 9th and 10th. I'm going to be doing my best to get out to this. It's only about an 8-hour drive from me, and one of my best friends lives in Nashville where this is going to be held, and he's going to be putting us up for the weekend. And my good buddy Randall has already agreed, if he doesn't cancel on me, to travel with me. So I don't like to drive more than an hour, and this is 8, so he's going to help me drive. And one of our little pieces of news today is all about Titans Toy Expo, because I absolutely love this right here. I saw this post this week. They posted the first 250 kids, and that's kids, guys, not grown-ass adult men pretending to be kids, will get a free action figure. Now, I don't know if the green Praetorian from Action Force is indeed the figure that they're going to be giving out. I don't know that. It is on the card, but they always put different figures on cards. Like I've gotten one of these that's got the Death Dealer on it. Here's one with the same Praetorian, but I love that. If you've got a figure that if you're sitting on stock and it's just eating space in your inventory, give those out to children. How amazing is that? Like, I absolutely love it. That's a great idea, man.
Yeah, it is. It is. Especially, I mean, if it is the Green Praetorian, it's a great figure to give away too. So
yeah, I mean, and who knows? I mean, they could be handing out Savage Crucible like Lemurians. That could be another one.
Lemurian, yeah, for sure. Or who?
Yeah, man. I have seen kids receive free figures from vendors before it shows, and boy, they just light up. And I promise you, that is something those kids will remember for the rest of their lives.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I want to give them a shout out. That's pretty dope. I'm going to get that off. Another thing that I saw this week that I thought was really freaking cool was on Facebook in the Mythic Legions Cabal. I know almost everybody in the chat here today is from the Cabal. You probably saw this, but I wanted to share it because it was really cool. This is from Maverick Salvagen. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but he put together this graphic. They're individual screens, and I kind of put them all together in one so we could just kind of look at it all at once. And this is basically, let me see if I can get my screen out of the way here. All of the compatibility when it comes to faceplates. For whatever reason, I'm sure there were production reasons that I'm not going to question. All of the some of the faceplates fall into different categories because they have different connectors. Okay. So you can see here, we've got the chainmail compatibility. We've got several faceplates that are either out already or that are coming out that are compatible. These are for people. So, this is pretty handy. I saved all these screens to my phone. I've put them in a folder so I can reference this from now on. Maverick Salvagen did all the hard work here and beautifully laid out, I might add. All of the knight helmets that are the faceplates are compatible. If you guys didn't know, the chainmail faceplates are not compatible out of the box with the knight helmets.
Nope.
They're not. They have a different connector. Now, if you are so skilled in customization, you can figure out a way to make this work. But we've got the Otho / scapular compatibility. We've got the Attila faceplate, which so far there's only one. We've got Koi because he is a fish and has a very distinctive head, but we know more fish people could be coming down the way. I didn't know this. Sir Gideon version 2, he's the only faceplate that fits in his helmet. I didn't know that was any different than the knight helmets. I thought all of those worked interchangeably, but that's interesting that his is a little different. General Delphina is the only one from her category. Of course, we don't have that figure yet, and of course the Monkey King. So far that we've known about, and then the Monkey King. So if you want this, please head over to Facebook in the Cabal, search up Maverick. I know that last name's kind of hard. I don't even know if I'm saying it properly, but check that out and then save these to your phone. Because that's a pretty nice graphic that he put together. Pretty nice. talking about the Cabal and faceplates and heads, some of you may know that I tried my best to put up 4 to 6 heads for sale that I custom paint every week. I put up 6 heads yesterday. 2 of them have sold. So a little shameless promotion for myself here. Still have these. I probably have about 20 heads total that are still available. But just from this week, I've had many people inquire about the bottom left, the helmet with the horns, but nobody's pulled the trigger yet. So I just wanted to share that. And then I had this gentleman, Ryan Caldwell, who bought 2 heads from me last week. Dude, he bought this head out, this flaming skull, which I painted to match Sir Andrew, because I love Sir Andrew, the only pyromancer in the line. And as soon as he bought it and paid for it, Brian Carr hit me up for it. And I was so disappointed. I had to track down who actually made this head. I think it's a Rocket Fish Customs head. Shout out to Brett for pointing me in the right direction, because I got the head from him. And I think Brian's ordered us a couple. So I'm going to be repainting some more.
Can you go back to your other heads real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, so the corner head with the horns that you were talking about, that one right there, what's a color match for that?
The color match is if you got the blue, let me grab him real quick. I color matched to this guy. So anytime I get a head, so this is the Gladiator Armory build, bluish body. So anytime I get a head, what I do is I bring the head in after I've primed it and it's all gray, and I kind of walk around my room and I kind of put the heads up against the different Mythic Legions figures, and I'm like, who would this look cool on? And then I match all the paint to that. And if I have a question about paint, I'll reach out to the studio. All of those guys have been super kind.
So that corner head with the horns is sold. Is sold.
Oh,
that's mine. So
you got it, buddy. I've had a couple of inquiries asking if it's still available, but nobody's pulled the trigger. It's yours.
This isn't an inquiry. It's sold. So I appreciate it, man.
All right. I tell you what, why don't you run the show for a second, and I'll go show you what it looks like on here.
Perfect. So I see a couple more people joined. Jay Reichart, how you doing? And then I also see Matt Farino, how you doing, brother? Hope everything is well. And Tango Toys, how you doing? Hope all is good. Thanks for joining us. And so
all right, here we go. Here is what that looks like on that guy.
That's beautiful.
So the armor and the bronze, it all kind of matches up, and the skin tone. Yeah, I just loved
the grunge. Yeah, that grunge armor is one of my favorites. That's why I asked, because I looked at it and I was like, that looks really, that color match. I wanted to know if it was a color match or not, because I'm all for that.
Yeah, I love that guy. All right. I wanted to just give a quick shout out. Ryan Caldwell bought these heads. He bought the Oni head, which I had color matched to the Ninian infantry, which I thought it was a cool color combo. I love that color combo. Yeah. And he bought these 2, and he was very gracious to take some nice photos and share them on the Cabal. So Ryan, shout out, buddy. I really appreciate it. He's bought several things from me, and I appreciate the support.
Keep banging them out, man. They're awesome, dude.
Yeah, keep banging them out. I'm trying to put away a little money for Legions Con, and I'm trying to do it in a little different way than, most of the Cabal. Like right now is that time where people are flooding the Cabal with, I'm downsizing, and it's that season.
Everyone is downsizing right now for Legions Con, but here's the problem. You've saturated the Cabal with sales to the point that you're all selling the same thing, and I don't see a lot of sales going on right now. So I see some, but I don't see a lot. Like me personally, I have a lot of figures that I could sell right now. I've chose not to put them up for sale for the simple fact that I'm not right now. Not a lot of people are buying. You got Ashes that just came out. You have so much other stuff. You got Infinite Legions now which we'll talk about later. There's so much other stuff coming out too, plus all the other pre-orders, everything else. I mean, right in the middle of San Diego Comic-Con, you're trying to sell all of these figures when all of these pre-orders are already being mentioned in the next few weeks. I'd wait a little closer to Legions Con before you start selling. And then,
yeah,
of course,
absolutely. You're right. The market's kind of saturated. I mean,
and
it's the same audience, you know.
it is. It's the same, and it's the same faces. It's the same figures. It's the same people. Now, here's the thing, too. I'm just going to say this. For anyone that is willing to pay $200 for a Cursed Templar, more power to you. Whatever, dude. If you guys want to spend that money on a Cursed Templar, go right ahead. You know what?
Many of you people out there may be in the same boat as myself. I did not hear this. Okay. Somebody asked me, a buddy of mine asked me, and I did not know this to be true. And I was like, let me ask my friends because I don't want to spread false information. Apparently, Jeremy Gerard was on another show. He was on another live stream with somebody else outside of, Mythic Conversations. And he did say, and I have confirmed, both of these exclusives at San Diego Comic-Con will be at Legion's Con.
Yes, they will be. They will be at Legion's Con in the store. And on top of that, whatever other cons they're going to be at those cons. Plus, they're going to be in an in-stock sale later on in the year.
Here's my thing. If these figures are like $50 or whatever they are at San Diego Comic-Con, 50, 55, something, whatever.
They're 60. Yeah.
Oh, 60. Okay. So even $60. If you can't hold your horses from now until November, what are we in? 17 weeks?
Think about this for a second. You're going to pay $175, $180 for this figure. You could buy yourself 3 of them for that price. 3. Right. Not 1, 3. Okay. If you wait, you can army build the dude with $180. You can buy 3. So
100%.
But there's people that can't wait. They have FOMO. And then I see a lot of people say, oh, well, it'll sell out in 7 minutes. Well, you know what, brother? Be on there at 11 o'clock when it goes on sale in the first 7 minutes, and you'll get yourself a figure.
Set an alarm. Set a reminder. Save yourself some money.
Man. Set a reminder. So
Sig says somebody picked him up a Cursed Templar. That's fantastic. I actually had a friend of mine reach out to me. I did not know this was happening. I have a friend lives out in LA and did not even know he was going.
Oh, wow.
And he said, hey, I'm here and I have the opportunity to get you an exclusive, but I can only grab one. What do you want? And I was like, are you shitting me right now? And I was like, I'll take that. I'll take the Cosmic because that's the one that I'm really excited about. Okay. Nice. And he was like, done. And then he let me know later today. He's like, I got you. And so he's shipping it out and I'll have it next week and we'll get a review up. And, he just was like, dude, just retail cost. So I didn't even know that was happening. So I'm super excited. I'm very excited. But Andy wants to know where you got that Killer Clown mug, dude.
Oh, so where did I get this Killer Clown mug? I'll tell you, Andy. Halloween Spirit. Go to your Halloween Spirit store and you will find it, brother. Every year they have these. So go to any Spirit store Halloween and they're there.
Hey, check this out. I just saw this was like a new thing that was just added. Jewels, man. I love that, dude. That's awesome. I don't know what that is, but my man's giving jewels away. Ray Paz, you want to know what kind of brand of paint I use? I use any and everything. Okay. I'll use Warhammer paints. I'll use, is that Citadel? I'll use, man, there's a brand online. Like if you just go to like Amazon and type in like hobby paint, I use that. Like any and all. I shit you not. I'm gonna tell you a true story. When I got Sir Andrew in, I wanted to put some more heads on him. I instantly loved him. Okay. That's the guy that's got the super like bronzy armor and he has the blue flame effects. He's the pyromancer. So I found out who exactly painted him. And I want to say it was it Joe Vasapolo? Is he the one who painted him? I'm not sure, but I reached out, found out through the Cabal who painted it and reached out to him. And I said, what's the color match out of the pot? So I don't have to like try to mix this on my own. And he's like, you're not going to believe this, but it's, there's a Walmart brand of paint called Apple Barrel, I believe is what it's called.
Apple Barrel. Yeah. I have some of those.
Okay. This paint is like $2. You get a vial like this, it's super dirt cheap. He goes, there's a color called Found Penny. and that's the color. He goes, I feel bad for the Chinese like factory that's trying to paint match to a $2 like bottle of Walmart paint. And I shit you not, that is the color of Sir Andrew. And I have 2 bottles. And I'm not running out of that. So I will use any and all. What I have found is that all of these paints work in different ways. They all stick and adhere really well. You have to definitely prime any 3D printed part. Make sure it's clean, soap and water, then let it dry. Prime it, and then when you're done, the key to it is sealing it with some Mr. Super Clear Matte. I get that off of Amazon for like $17. It's kind of expensive. It's a tiny little spray can, but it just puts a nice little clear coat across the figure and makes it nice and matte, and it looks great. Then there's some other little paints that I can also share that make things wet and glossy when you're finished, like eyeballs and teeth and fangs. Curtis told me about it. It's a war paint called Citadel Ard Coat. You know how like the English will sometimes not pronounce an H if it's at the beginning, and it's got a little apostrophe. It's called Ard Coat instead of hard coat. It dries wet, so it looks wet and liquidy when it's dry. So like teeth and eyeballs, it's perfect for that.
I think that's the same paint that like a Big Bad Workshop uses on some of their zombie figures, because when you see the flesh part, it's all wet looking. So yeah.
So good question, Rapaz. Any and all. You don't have to have super expensive paint, because I definitely do not buy super expensive paint. Save your money on paint. Spend your money on good brushes that don't lose their tip. That's my pro tip. Better brush, cheap paint. Let's see here. Oh, Andy the collector dropped 10 jewels. Dude, I don't know what these jewels are, but I want some. Army painter. I have some army painters. Yeah. I have some of that as well. Okay, what else we've got coming up? I'm sure everybody here knows that this week, this figure right here broke BBTS's servers.
It sure did.
Good Lord, man. So it shut down BBTS for about an hour and a half.
I got to tell you a story. So as I was pulling into the driveway, this went on sale. And so I automatically get on my phone and I go right to BBTS, and it's just this the entire time. So there's a lady that does a bakery right here in our neighborhood, and it starts at 5 o'clock. And so I picked up my wife and we went to the bakery, and my wife goes to go by the bakery. She's like, come on. I was like, hold on a second. I got to get this figure. And so I'm still trying to get it. Finally, I said, I have to drive around the neighborhood, because I thought it was the internet. So I drove around the neighborhood, and I couldn't get it. Finally, I saw your post about Hasbro Pulse. I said, screw it, let me go on Hasbro Pulse. And I got it on Hasbro Pulse. And then it went through on BBTS, so I ended up getting for her. So I'm like,
oh my God.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty much the same thing happened to me. I just want to real quick, Jersey, are you asking about this Tomb Raider figure? Yes, this is real. Yeah, I think they revealed it about 3 or 4 weeks ago, like in June. It was on one of the Yojo June reveals that they were partnering with Square Enix to and Crystal Dynamics. I'm not sure which one of them actually owns the license for Lara Croft, but they did announce that they were going to be bringing Lara Croft to the classified line. I was kind of hoping for a box that I could put her back in, but they went with the retro card, which I'm kind of happy about, but also kind of sad about, because I don't buy 2 figures anymore. I'm done with this economy. Yeah. I can't afford to buy a figure to leave it in a package, but this was one. When I saw the card art, I was like, this is gorgeous. I'm going to get 2. As soon as I logged in, I went straight to Hasbro Pulse and I pre-ordered 2, and I was in and out in like a minute, not a single problem. But then I saw everybody was like freaking out because BBTS was like completely shut down. So there was somebody in our chat group, I won't name him, but he was starting to miss out, and he was like, I'm not getting one. I can't get one. So I was like, I'm going to try to help him out. I'm going to try to pre-order 2 from Big Bad Toy Store. And yeah, it took about an hour before my pre-orders actually went through, but they would go through, but then it wouldn't show up in your pile of loot and you wouldn't get an email. Yep. So everybody was like, let me order another one, or let me order. So by the end of the day, I wound up with my 2 from Hasbro Pulse and 3 from Big Bad Toy Store. So I ended up with 5. I contacted our friend that was in the chat that was freaking out. And I was like, did you get one? He's like, yep, I got 2. I was like, great. And I released my 3 from Big Bad Toy Store back into the wild. Cause I'm like, this figure is $45 freaking dollars. So I'm spending $90 to get 2 of these. Yeah. I don't need 5.
Nope.
Do not need 5. So that's pretty wild. But yeah, she looks great. And honestly, I hope this continues because there are so many looks for Laura, and I would love to get them all. I want a snowsuit, desert suit, a scuba diving gear, like
would be awesome.
And think about it, any female buck that Hasbro has put in the G.I. Joe world, like we can put on her. So I'm trying to think like I'm thinking of like I could put her on like a cover girl body that would probably look very natural, just a pop and swap head. So yeah, there's a lot that we can I hope this goes on for a while.
Hasbro and G.I. Joe make very good female bucks and very good female figures. I'll give them that. They do. So I think Lara Croft is going to fit perfectly right in with your G.I. Joe set, or with any set for that matter. You could put it with Operation Monster Force, Valorverse, I mean, whatever you want to do, Crimson Moon, Skeletron. It's going to be an awesome figure. So
yes. So let's see here. So yeah. Let's see. Yeah. And currently the pre-orders are sold out everywhere. Yeah, Andy, that's true. Yep. Yeah, Jersey. Hey, look, if you missed the pre-order, I got you, man. Like you can. I always. I'll make sure you get one. We know enough people that have several of these, and if you end up not being able to get one, dude, we got you.
Mark, I got 4, so I have one for Jersey if he wants one. So we're all
there.
Good.
You go. You got it. All right. So let's see here. What else do we have? Oh, you know what? We're talking about San Diego Comic-Con, and man, I got to tell you, this right here was pretty cool. I saw these popping up all week, and I think mainly these were coming from the KB toy store, but they were designing these old, like purposefully desaturated, faded, like pages. They would post these to their Instagram account and have like these old retro ads for stuff that was coming out. And I thought, damn, this is so smart. Like this is eye-catching to me because we are the audience. Like we remember these ads and we're going to be there to buy these things. So I loved like the little starburst with the price in the corner. I thought that was great. So these were the offerings. So from what I understand, because some people have been like, is KB Toys back? I don't know. Like Icon Heroes, I think, I don't know how they worked this out, but they somehow just had like what they called like a KB Toys section of their table. And I think this table was connected or right next to the Four Horsemen table. Yeah. So yeah, there was like a little, I think I even saw a picture. There was like just a wall that was set up and it said KB Toys and it had all of the exclusives. They were also selling the Four Horsemen exclusive, the Jiu-Jitsu snake and karate gear figure. So that was also on their wall as well. But I thought this was really cool. There was another one that they did again for Skeletron figures, and I thought this was really cool. But then I don't know if this was something that was like coordinated across other toy companies, but Super 7 said, we'll get in there and do the same thing. So they set up a little ad for all of their offerings. And I thought, damn, this was so sweet. I wish every company had gotten involved with this and did it. I just think this is so neat.
$95 for Mumra because his eyes light up.
Yeah, isn't that tough, dude?
That's hell out of here, bro.
$75 for the $35 Lion-O from Target and Walmart, and $40 for the lights.
$95. Wow. Okay.
You know what I think they're doing? I think they're like, hey, this is San Diego Comic-Con. If you've got enough money to get out here and attend this thing, you're throwing some dough.
These I hope you're not selling that on retail for $95 because those are going to peg warm at Target.
Yeah. Yeah, I think these were they'll probably, if they have any left over, do an online sale, but I don't
Because
think
you
we'll
remember back in the old days, the Thundercat figures, his eyes lit up no matter what as
Yeah.
a standard figure. So
You had the little ring that you had to
yeah,
put a battery in, and you touched it to the back of the figure,
yep,
and the eyes lit up.
yeah, and the eyes lit up. Yeah,
See, if this came with that ring and it had that functionality,
that'd be
that's
cool.
pretty dope. I'm not saying it's $95 dope. I'm just saying that's
No,
a lot better.
Nowhere near $95 dope. But
I also feel bad for Super 7 here a little bit because they put out this Battle Beast. Now, you guys can correct me because I know I'm gonna get this wrong. But this Battle Beast character, this is from Invincible, right? Is this a character from the Invincible universe? Can somebody?
I don't watch Invincible, so
I don't either. I know I've never read the comic and I never watched the cartoon, but this is like a character from that world. Is that correct? What I'm trying to get to is they unveiled this figure that looks incredible. And I'm like, that dude could fit in with my Thundercats. That guy could fit in with my AWOC. But then it turns out Jada revealed the same figure for their Invincible line. And we already know that thing is going to be far more affordable and in stores. So I was like, dang, they dropped it. Oh, man.
Check out what Rob Zamora says on the chat. He talks about
let's get over here. Let's remove this and get this out of here, and let's get back to the chat a little bit. Let's see here. Rob says, so KB Toys was a booth that was set up for all indie toy lines that didn't or couldn't have their own booth. I got you. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Greg is in the chat. Hope you're feeling better, buddy. San Diego Comic-Con is astronomically expensive. He used to try and go every year, but it was quite an event. I had a buddy who moved out there with his wife. Their job transferred them out there, and his first year out there, he's like, I'm going. And he went, and he said it was the greatest, most miserable experience of my life, and I'll never do it again. And he was like, it's just too many people.
San Diego Comic-Con is something that if you go, you have to go multiple days. I went 4 years in a row, and in those, while I lived out in LA, and in those 4 years, you had to go multiple days. You cannot see everything in one day,
Right.
So
he said, he's like, I tried to stand in line for 2 exclusives. It took 8 hours. I missed an entire day just trying to get 2 exclusives. And he was like, and I didn't get either one. They were.
Oh, no, that's
and then worse. Some exclusives, like some of the shows, or some of the exclusives that you can't even get. It's like a lottery system. Like you get a ticket.
They are lottery, and some of them are only available on certain days. So like if you don't go on the Saturday or you don't go on this day, then you don't get it. So that's another thing. Yeah. That's how they get you too with the getting into the actual con.
I hope, Ryan, welcome to the show, buddy. I hope you were here earlier. And I hope you saw the graphic I put up. I shared your post from Facebook reviewing the 2 heads you had just recently got for me, buddy. I hope you saw that. So I appreciate you for tagging in. Everybody is saying, yes, he is a major badass in Invincible. The only reason I knew this, right, is because if you notice that package did not have Invincible on it from Super 7. It just says like Ultimates. It says Battle Beast. And I thought, when I first saw it last week and they were teasing it, I thought, are they bringing back Battle Beast, like the little pocket figures? And now they're doing Ultimates. And I thought, well, he kind of looks like one. But then when Jada showed it, I was like, oh, and it was in their Invincible environment. I was like, this has got to be an Invincible character. So, who is Rayo? Somebody who is Rayo? He's like, no. He says, I agree. I thought he was like, I got to get one. Here's our good buddy, Jose. Candyman 5000 was at my house last night. We were hanging out a little bit. Hey, Omar, thanks for taking the time to holler at him yesterday. That was really cool.
Absolutely.
I knew I wasn't going to get your story straight. I was like, let me just call Omar and just let him tell him yourself.
That's all good.
Yeah. Ryan says, well, I just hopped on, but man, those heads are awesome. Thank you, man. So Michael Dorn, geez, why does my brain remember that?
Michael Dorn, Worf. Yeah, man.
Dude, I can't remember my wife will text me. It's like, take beef out of the refrigerator. I'm like, okay. And then it's gone. It's gone.
You remember all the stupid shit. It's the same thing with me. Dude. It's like, okay, I don't remember what I sold this one guy yesterday on his order guide, but yet I remember, Marina Sturtis
Exactly.
was freaking Deanna Troy or something. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, yeah, exactly.
90s crush. 90s
Yeah.
crush, man. I was like 13, 14 years old going, you can invade my mind anytime you want.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. All right. So, well, stay tuned, Omar. I am pretty sure when we get to, stay tuned, Jose, because when we get to Omar's reveals of what he is, you're going to be happy with some of his reveals. I know that for sure. All right. So let's get into after these messages, because we're now into that area of the show.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
All right, we're going to kick things off with a little tribute to Greg. Yes, Greg, I did wear your shirt today in honor of you, buddy, because you weren't feeling well and you're not here today. So I'm glad you're able to feeling well enough, at least to join us in the chat. So
we love
he
you,
sent
Greg.
me I think this was one of the ones he sent me, and I had never. We've run a Rock Lords commercial before, but not the Jewel Lords. So a little on theme today, since people have been sharing jewels in the chat. So this was pretty cool. I didn't even know these things existed.
Yeah, I remember the Jewel
Lords. Behold the Jewel Lords, Solitaire, Flamestone, and Sunstone. Jewels so powerful, Magmar will stop at nothing to possess them. And so the nastiest new Rock Lords, Spearhead and Saberstone, are sent to capture them.
Time to polish off a few Jewel Lords. Polish this Saberstone.
Each sold separately, new from Tonka.
So I got to ask a question, Mark.
Yeah.
When you played with your toys, did you do that? Oh no, let me tell you, dude. Like every kid in a commercial does that every time in the 80s and 90s commercials.
I'm trying to think. We give our characters voices, but we just spoke as them. I don't remember us like doing the actual voices unless now I think okay, there is a thing, and this happens to this day, and I am 50 years old. I cannot pick up a Skeletor figure and play with it without making Skeletor's voice.
Oh, yeah.
It is
you
just
have to say Skeletor. Yeah, you had to talk Skeletor.
Like, even now, but now it's like until next time. That's typically
that was me with Cobra Commander. Like whenever Cobra Commander, like I always did the Cobra Commander and Starscream voice, right? All the time.
Oh yeah,
it was Chris Latta. So I used to do his voice all the time. But like around the house in the last like week or so, I've been watching Masters of the Universe, and I always walk around and I'm like, Evil Lynn. And Ruth Ann's like, will you just shut up? I'm always talking.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. So Dad thought it was a real rock and tossed it. He's like, we don't need this. I want to hit this with the lawnmower.
That's hilarious.
Tango says, I have no memory of this at all. Curtis is here. Hey, buddy.
Hey, what's up, Curtis?
Six says, I still make the voices. Yeah, absolutely. You kind of have to, right? You kind of have to. That's the fun of it. All right. Here's another one. I had a lot of the vehicles from this line, but I never had this thing called the Interceptor. So this was new to me.
Power Gen 67 scores! Phantom Striker scores!
Interlocker scores.
Interlocker? What's that?
A new Lord Dread device.
I don't believe it.
Interlocker zeroes in on a TV target, fires invisible beams, and scores. And keeps score.
Or you hit.
Interlocker scopes out the XT7.
Score! Or be hit. The power of the future is in our hands.
We'll see.
Captain Power figures and vehicles sold separately.
This was one of my favorite toys when I was a kid.
Oh yeah, me too.
I had everything of Captain Power, and I was like so sad when they killed the lady in the show. I was like, come on, man.
Spoiler.
Yeah, man. I was like, what? I can't remember the names, but I'll tell you what, I used to.
Did she have silver armor, the toy of her?
She had like a silverish armor, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I do remember. She was like silver and blue. I had her.
Yeah, she had the bluish silver armor. Yep, exactly.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I agree with Curtis. If I could do a proper Soundwave voice, I would do it all the time. Yeah, like, Ravage.
Ravage. Yeah.
Absolutely 100. Yeah, I knew Curtis. He showed up at the right time because I was like, we've talked about this before.
Yeah, Captain Power
about
was
how much
so
we love
good.
Captain Power and would love to see it come
You
back.
could sit there for hours and just point and shoot while you're watching the videos and stuff. You know, it's so cool.
How amazing was that they made a toy that was actually interacted with the not cartoon, because it wasn't like a cartoon, it was like a live action show.
It was a live action, and it was genius because they used the laser tag technology, and it was like boom, you know, here we go. Because it was perfect. It was awesome, dude. Loved it.
Yeah, it definitely was ahead of its time. And I tell you what, if anybody from Four Horsemen Studios is listening, wouldn't mind the Captain Power
Infinite
tribute
Legion
figure. Yeah, and either we'll take Infinite Legions or
Cosmic.
Put it in Cosmics.
Yep.
I knew Andy's coming with Corporal Jennifer.
Corporal Jennifer, Pilot Chase. Yeah, man. When they killed her, I was like, what? Man, yeah. And they had a good TV show too.
Oh, MJ Sutton says Curtis does a great Elmo voice. Curtis, this might be a little too personal. You ever hit Darla with it? You know, in the bedroom, you ever hit that Elmo voice? I would. I'm going to tell you guys one of my toxic traits. I follow this lady who does voices like on Instagram, and she does. I don't know if I think she just does them for fun, and she'll do like she does like the little not Ardenians, but what are the little mechanics from Mandalorian? Like those little guys, and she'll do like the Minions voice, and I gotta say it's kind of hot. I'm just saying that's a toxic trait of mine. I don't know why. I'm revealing too much about myself. Let me stop.
That's hilarious.
Curtis says none of this is true. I don't know. I don't believe you. All right, Andy, take a sip of coffee, buddy. It's your time to shine. Here we go. We name that tune. I'm sorry. I jumped the gun. Hang on, Andy. I forgot our third commercial. And I picked this one specifically for a recent reveal.
Joe's in trouble. No, the Cobras are in trouble. That Joe is Sergeant Slaughter.
Don't mess with Sergeant Slaughter. He's as strong as they come. I've seen him take on 100 Cobras and set them on the run.
Meet Sergeant Slaughter and his Triple T tank.
Sergeant Slaughter is now a part of G.I. Joe. A real American hero.
Live the adventure of G.I. Joe.
And look out, Cobra.
Sergeant Slaughter comes with Triple T tank. Cobra figures and equipment sold separately.
Maggots.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to pick that because of the Triple T tank. Now, the Triple T tank, they have not revealed a price for that yet, correct?
I'm sure it's going to be Destro price, the same as the
like 110.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it's going to be.
Real quick, at the front of that commercial, as the animation was panning across, we saw the Thunder Machine, which was also revealed at San Diego Comic-Con in render form only. They said no electronics, so no lights and sounds, and it's not going to come with Thrasher. They said Thrasher's going to be made, but we'll sell him separately. So they're looking at, and it's going to be not a HasLab, but a made to order. So let me ask you and the chat, what is a good price for that? And where would you draw the line? You're like, any over this and I'm out.
Okay, look, for me, that vehicle isn't worth more than $100, but they're going to sell it for 150. That's my opinion. Are you going to
pick it up at 150?
I'm not picking it up at 150. No way. Now, if it was $99.99, $100, I'd think about it. Because the Dreadnoks are one of the few groups that I love in G.I. Joe. So for me,
same.
I have everything Dreadnought. So because you got to think about it. You're gonna buy the vehicle, and then you also have to buy Thrasher to go with the vehicle. He doesn't come with it. So if you're gonna sell that vehicle for $150, ordered, pre-ordered to be made, hey, that's a lot because you're gonna sell the figure for $30. So you're paying $180 without tax and shipping. So as far as I'm concerned, $100 for that vehicle, and then you got the extra $30 for the figure.
Yeah, so I keep trying to compare it to companies like Fans Hobby, right? Who did that vehicle right there, and that thing was like 100. I want to say like $100, and then like their Fans Hobby, Fext Hobby has like their red locus for the what are those called? The Acid Rain World figures, the 6-inch figures. That thing's like it was like 120, I think. And then they have another all striker type buggy that's like 130, but it's electronic. So I'm thinking it needs to be, and that's no figure either. It needs to be around 130, between anywhere between one. I don't know if I could pay, like I might pay 150 is my cutoff. If it's 175, I'm out. Like, no, I just can't. That's too expensive.
It should be $100, but I could see it being 125. If you charge anyone 150 for that without any accessories and no electronics or anything,
and no driver, yeah,
that's a ripoff, man. Yeah, no driver.
I like this approach though, because
yeah, for sure.
Here is where I really want Hasbro to lean into. Is I've said this many times. I've got a list of about 20, 25 characters from G.I. Joe that I want them to make. Probably 15 of them are pilots or drivers that I don't care to have the vehicle for. Now, Thrasher's not on there, but what this sets up is it does set up, it kind of continues like the Cover Girl and then Zartan, who never came with his skiff in the line initially, and now Thrasher, of getting pilots or drivers without the vehicles. We're getting Deep Six. They said the Shark's not off the table.
Right. But that's the thing. It's like with Deep Six, you automatically associate him with the Shark. Like, don't give me Zanzibar without his skiff. Like, if you're going to release Zanzibar, he better have his little airboat that goes with him, because what's the point of that? You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's the same thing with Copperhead. You gave me Copperhead, but you didn't give me a moccasin.
Is it true that Omar got the double jointed gig because I don't super chat when I'm on screen? Just kidding. I love Omar. I laugh so hard with him on Kings.
Yeah,
oh man. Okay. This is the second time that Curtis has brought up not getting the gig. Actually, there's a bigger plan at work here, Curtis. There's a bigger plan at work here. What I would very much like to do is I would very much like to, to have a pretty consistent schedule, but a schedule is kind of hard for people. But I would love to have a schedule where we could do something like where like Omar is here like 3 shows a month, and then maybe Greg's on like 1 show every like 5 or 6 weeks, and then with you coming on, like you could be on and it'd just be me and you, Curtis, and then like you can always come in, because it's great when we have like a triple jointed, but now we've got 3 rotating people that, Omar, Curtis, and Greg, that could all do, like any number of us could do a triple jointed, or God forbid a quadruple jointed
one day. Yeah,
it would be anarchy. And my wife, believe it or not, guys, had so much fun. She was like, could I come on sometimes? And I'm like, well, you don't know anything about toys. What are you going to talk about? And she's like, well, I could, interact with the chat, or like I could open toys. And I was like, you really want to be on my show? So I'm just trying. There's a bigger plan at play here, but yes.
If you ever have her on, let me know. I'll bring Ruth Ann on too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Heck yeah, man. Wives segment. Yeah, double wives. Wait, that's never mind. That's after hours. That's after hours. Let's get off that. Okay, name that tune. Sorry, Andy. Thank you, Curtis, for that super chat. I do appreciate you, but no, it had nothing to do with that, because I would still expect you to drop a super chat even if you were in the co-host chair. All right, Andy. This is some wild shit right here, and let me tell you, this cartoon before my time. All right, lock in.
What is happening to this gun? It is changing its form. It is turning into an ape. I shall be the first mortal, the first human being on the moon. And the first man to land on the moon shall rule the world.
All right. This is some wild shit. I mean, we've got a gun turning into a monkey grabbing another gun, which theoretically could become another monkey, and then he opens fire. And then this guy's going into space, and he's got some monkey compatriots. Man, I don't know what's going on, but I love monkeys, dude. This is before my time.
My first thought was Johnny Quest, and then I see on the chat someone said Fantastic Four, so I don't know. Let's see. This looks totally Johnny Quest.
I'm loving this suggestion in the chat. It's like, like bring the wives on. And then he's like, yeah, let's bring on Darla, like 100%. Andy, have the wives open figures. Just don't tell them how much they cost.
I think our wives.
Jose hit me with one of those. We were talking about the Tomb Raider figure last night, and we were in the kitchen, and my wife was in there, and he goes, "How many did you pre-order?" And I looked over at Pamela, and she's like, don't do that. And I was like, 2. I didn't have to pay for them right now. That's hilarious. Andy says Fantastic Four. Jesse Marshall is guessing Johnny Quest.
Yeah.
Look at this motherfucker right here. And he's like, that's Red Ghost and the Super Apes, man. Y'all can hang this shit up. I knew it because Hanna-Barbera music. Space Ghost, Wonder Twins. Trick question. This is episode number 5 of The Tribe. I think that's the only, we only put out 5 episodes, I think. Not Johnny Quest. Hey, guys, come on now. This was the Hanna-Barbera Fantastic Four from 1967.
Wow.
This was almost 10 years before I was born. It's wild.
This was even before my time, and that's yeah,
it's pretty wild though. I'm down for this. This show was pretty crazy. So Andy, you've taken the title back.
Thing looks like Clayface right there.
Yeah, he really does, dude. That Clayface trailer.
He looks like he's like
pretty wild.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. As I said, it just slipped out of my mouth. It was like, don't ask me about that. Oh, that's right over there. Chris Johnson said that was the year I was born. Look at that. Here's the thing, man. That Clayface trailer that came out right before San Diego Comic-Con.
That went hard, man.
It did. So it's written by Mike Flanagan, who's a master of horror. He's written so many good, directed so many good horror films.
I have high hopes for this movie.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great. But here's the thing, though. It comes out this October, so we're going to see it before Legion's Con. Like, it's going to happen. But my thing is, how do you do a villain-centric movie like this, a Batman villain, and not mention Batman? Like, I am really hoping there's a tease of Batman at the end of this film.
There's going to be something at the end. There has to be. There has to be something. There has to.
I don't know, man. I don't see how you do it and not reference Batman. Right. But recently, Alan Richson was on the Happy Sad Confused podcast, and Josh Horowitz asked him directly about the Batman role, and he was extremely cagey. And he's like, we've talked quite a bit. And here's the thing, man. Like, I want this to happen. I want Alan Richson as Batman because I like my Batman big and burly. Maybe it's just because I love The Dark Knight or I love Batman's portrayal. I think we've seen enough. Like like Keaton's Batman was skinny. Adam West's Batman was skinny. Christian Bale, Robert Pattinson. I dig that.
But that's what made Ben Affleck's Batman so good because he was big and burly. Just the look of him. And I think with Alan Richson, I think he fit just fine as Batman.
I love it because one of the things that there was a couple of scenes in the 89 Batman where Batman was intentionally scary, but we have to remember that the reason he put that suit on was to scare and intimidate. And, they touched on it a little bit in the Robert Pattinson movie because the whole idea of you not knowing where I am. I'm in every shadow.
I think the Robert Pattinson movie, the Batman, when that opening scene with the gang and they're messing with that guy in the subway station and he comes out, that really showed what Batman is all about. The fear of the suit, the fear of his presence. That's what I loved about that Batman. So that right there is what Batman is all about. Because I'll tell you what, Michael Keaton looks so good as Batman. I didn't think he was the greatest Bruce Wayne, but as Batman, he's still, in my opinion, my Batman. But I loved the Ben Affleck Batman too.
What I loved about Ben Affleck's Batman is he was scary. Like if you saw him, and he was brutal. Like I know a lot of people were like, Batman wouldn't brand people. I don't know. That seems exactly like something Batman would do.
He came off more from the Dark Knight Batman. So that's
more
brutal.
Yeah.
That was more Frank Miller. So
yeah, exactly. So I don't know. And Zack Snyder just did an interview with Frank Miller. Who knows? And the Warner Brothers Paramount merger has been halted by a federal judge. So we don't know if how that's going to go. So I don't know, man. There's all kinds of things that are up in the air. We don't know. Let me see here. Okay, we're on to a wish list. That's where we are. I was wondering where we were in the show. I didn't got all. Got a fun one for us today. Mark this one in the category of complete randomness. We're all over the place. And I needed to ask Curtis. I'm glad he's here. Curtis, because I know that you have a very big love for like the little tiny Thundercats. Is this the one that you're talking about? Because at one point I thought maybe it was the erasers. I bought you some erasers, I think from ZoloCon, but was this the little Thundercats, the little minis with the little tiny like Thundercat place at Cat Slayer? Is that the one? And Curtis says, yeah. Affleck was a good size. I think Richardson is too big for Batman. With the suit, he would look like the goalie from Mighty Ducks, probably. Hey, Brian, a wizard is never late nor early. We're glad you're here. Yeah, Curtis says, yeah, that's my Thundercats from Kids Works. That Cat Slayer, $12.97. And I was thinking maybe it came with some of those Thundercats. No, those are $1.97 each. Next to it, we have the Steel Cage wrestling match. $17.97 all-star 3-man tag team wrestlers. I can't tell you who that is, but you get 3 wrestlers for $9.97. Ooh, that Karate Kid Attack Alley playset. We've done a commercial for that before on the show. Holy hell, that thing is amazing.
The all-stars wrestlers were the Remco wrestlers, and a lot of them were the NWA and AEW guys. So that's why you probably don't recognize a lot of them. They're not WWF guys at the time.
Got some Thundercats going on with Mum-Ra's Transformation Chamber. Man, I want that play set. Somebody make that. Miniature Robotech Miniature SDF1. I don't know that thing. The Masters of the Universe Mantisaur. I forgot that was even a toy.
I used to have that, yeah.
Laser tag set looking like something straight out of look at that. We got the Masters of the Universe, Flying Fist He-Man, and Terraclaw Skeletor. Got some Centurions.
Yep.
Some masks, some G.I. Joe. I did have the Night Raven. Yep. And then Pack 11 for, so we can all enjoy recreating a drive-by in our neighborhood.
Back when make it like they used to.
Guns. No,
they don't make it like they used to anymore.
All right, man. What you circling?
I would go with the wrestling ring on the All-Stars, the Mantisaur, laser tag, and the He-Man and the Centurions.
Sig said he was like, I'll make you a mum-rum. Can you go over that one more time? I was reading the chats. I heard was Centurions.
I'm going to go with the All-Stars, wrestling and the figures, the Mantisaur, the laser tag, the He-Man figures, and the Centurions.
That's a good.
I guess Mask too. I mean, it was Mask.
I am definitely going to pick up that Karate Kid Attack Alley playset. I did not have that. The only playset I had for Karate Kid was the whatever the All Valley championship, like where you could put them on the little things and move them around. Like I had that.
Yeah.
I never had Mum-Ra's Transformation Chamber.
I did. It was cool.
So I definitely picked that up. Some old school Centurions, man. I love those figures so bad. Like they're so good. And I'd say, maybe that G.I. Joe Night Raven. I had that as a kid. Any vehicle that had like a smaller vehicle that came off of it, I loved so much.
Night Raven was cool, man.
I did love that Volcano. That was, I think, probably around the time I just about got out of Mask, but I did have that. I never had Rhino, which is why I've got it now over here from the
I had Volcano.
New line.
I was never a big fan of that vehicle. I just never understood the purpose of it when it folded like that. But
yeah. Capitalizing on that monster truck craze, for sure. But man, what a great page! I'm not sure if it was Heinrich or Andy that sent me this. They both send these pages to me like crazy. I've got a nice stash of them, and I've got them all categorized. And I picked one today that was in the random category because this isn't just one. These are the kind that I love the most.
Yeah,
because you get a little bit of everything, and I love that.
Yeah.
All right, let me get this out of here. And now let me see here because we're on to remember this. Do I have a little? Yes, I do. Yeah, anybody not going with Thundercats here is wrong. That ring is the drizzling shits. It was made of wood. Lots of cool stuff on this page for sure. Sig says he would go with that. It would be closer to the painting. Oh, mine would be way awesome than that. It'd be closer to the paintings on the show. Oh, nice. And then Jose says you got to get that ring, Robotech, and the Night Raven. Yeah, that Night Raven was huge when I was a kid.
Yeah, it was. It was big.
1 second. Let me see. I just had somebody at my door, and nobody's at my house but me. I just had a delivery. That might be my Mythic Legion's first 10 years book. It's out for delivery.
I'm getting mine today too. So waiting for mine.
It was moved up from Monday to today, so I'm down.
Same here.
All right.
Same here. Yeah.
Remember? Did I play the Remember This intro?
You did.
Oh,
that's okay.
Oh, I did. Okay. All right.
Because we did not remember this, but it's all right.
Oh, yeah, I did. I didn't remember to remember this. So I'm going to bring this in. Army Ants. Who remembers these guys?
Oh, I love these guys, man. They were great. They were.
I never had these.
I had a whole bunch of them. I had a whole bunch of these. Love the Army Ants.
It says they've got guts that you squish and squash. I'm assuming that's the little green thing that's hanging out of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
The leader, General MacAnther, and his special forces team. Yeah, I never had any of these.
Yeah, Army Ants were fun, man. They were cool. They had the fire ants. They had these. Yeah, they had the fire ants, and they had these guys. Yeah, the good guys in the back.
All right. Well, you chat, talk about that, and I'll go see what's at my front door.
Yeah, go get it. So fire ants. Yeah, that was really, really cool. I really like these. They were kind of like, for me, they were kind of like muscle men. You know, I don't know. Did you guys ever collect muscle? I had a whole bunch of them, and then I sold them to Rob Zamora. So I hope, Rob, if you're still in the chat or you're still watching, man, I hope you enjoy the muscle men. But yeah, I mean, did anyone else have these? Because I mean, they're cool. Oh, you got it. Yeah, you sure got it. Nice.
Oh man, let's see. This is a really nice, well constructed box that I'm gonna have to somehow tear myself into.
Yeah, my mailman usually shows up here like right after the show's over, around 1 o'clock, 1:30.
Man, our mail is so random. It could come at 11 a.m. or it could come at 8 o'clock at night. They don't care.
Yeah.
But there it is.
There it is. Awesome, dude. On air.
That's really cool. Yeah, exactly. This is sweet. And I, as a graphic designer and somebody who has done this his whole life, I have never done any other, except when I was in college. I had odd jobs, but I have produced many books. I have produced magazines. I go to print shops all the time for press checks to make sure things are printing properly. And there is just nothing on this planet like the smell of a brand new book, crisp ink, new paper. That's how you know you're in the right business, when you love the smell of it.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man. I could smell this all day. Terrence is cringing.
Cringing.
Yeah, I'm going to flip through real quick and just see if I have any weird and odd pages. I know, I think Heinrich got a crazy page.
Oh, crazy.
His was like torn or folded during press. That sometimes happens during binding. It'll get like a page.
I've had a few of those for the comic books. When the comic books come out, we've had a couple of those.
Oh man, this is crazy cool. Seeing like the sketches of characters before they're produced. Like that's really cool. That's the Evil Four, whatever they're called. Sorry,
the Dark Four.
Dark Four. Oh man, there's some really cool stuff in here. I can't wait. Yeah, oh man, I can smell this all day long. The other really cool thing about this is that I am about to start like archiving some of my figures. I have a lot of old figures up.
Yeah.
And I really want to start like bagging them up with their accessories. And if I decide to sell them, then I can just grab them and go. So this will come in handy for that. Look at Trevor's beautiful photography.
Cool,
look at that. It's
so
awesome.
Cool. Yeah. Can't wait to get mine later.
Heck yeah. And there's my boy, Sir Andrew. Love it. Let's see here. What is the last figure in the book? It looks like Ashes are the last wave that's included. And then after that, it's just some.
That makes sense.
Oh, look at there. The purple gang guys are in the book. Man, that's great. All right, that's awesome. Can't wait to dive into that. I'm sure I'll be. Is anybody taking their book all the way to Legions Con to get some signatures?
I'm going to
doing that.
I'm going to. Yeah.
Yeah. Rob says he very much still enjoys those.
Yeah. Damn right. No, Muscle Man.
The Muscle Man. Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Heat the pages up. Soak them in hot water, guys. Just want to make sure. Brian says he hope my book comes today. Yeah, mine was supposed to come Monday, and I noticed today it was out for delivery. I was like, okay, great.
Yeah.
I'm going to be doing a show called Curtis Reads, where I read this 10-year book over the next year. Dude, the only way I want to watch that is if you struggle on every page, and he's like,
he's not joking. He's going to do it. He has his own AI intro and everything to it.
Mythic. If he did that, dude, super chat after super chat after super chat, dude, I'd be so broke. But it's like, oh, I'm gonna be. It's reading Rainbow.
That's hilarious.
Today, Junior. Taking my book to Kirby Con. Nice. Yeah, that's really cool. All right, let's see here. Oh, ants, go away. Let me see. Let me get back to my notes. Boy, we're really just moving right on along. Oh, our pre-orders. That's what's next. Oh, this is going to be fun. Where it is. All right, so let me get yours up here. We'll start with yours. So just want to know if you had a pre-order that you were excited for. And this is not up for pre-order right yet, but I'm assuming you're going to pre-order it immediately upon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I will be ordering this in a few weeks.
Yep. So I don't think we have a price on this, but I want to say it's probably going to be 50 or 55. I don't know if their prices are going to go up. I know that the original Maximum Series Spider-Man was 50, I think. Yeah. Came with a lot of stuff. We've beat this horse till it's dead in the water. I can't tell by looking at this if it is the exact same body or not. I would probably venture to say that it is probably the exact same.
I'm sure it is. It's just a repaint and just with just a couple added extra little things here and there. But I said from the very beginning, if I'm going to buy one Maximum Series figure, it's going to be symbiote suit Spider-Man or black and white suit Spider-Man, and that's it.
So yeah. I do love, I'm a Spider-Man freak. I've probably got 2 black suit symbiote Spider-Mans from Hasbro. The last one being the Secret Wars, which I love. That was the last time I bought 2 of any figure. I kept one in package because I absolutely love it. Throughout all of nerddom, I don't think there's ever been a hero that has ever been given a second suit that ever really stuck with me. I would always prefer the original. And if you put me to the test, I would probably still have to go with Spider-Man, being the red and blue. I'd still would prefer, but I love the black and white suit Spider-Man so hard. Like, it is my favorite Spider-Man of all time.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
And this one looks nice, but I got this one. I've got so many symbiote Spider-Man. I think I'm gonna pass on this, but I do like the stuff he comes with: the manhole cover, the symbiote, the sort of darker Peter head, the black.
This will be a desk figure for me. This is definitely going to be a desk figure.
Yeah. He is definitely fun to play around with and pose. It's a, if you can get past the price, I would say, like, the reason I did this is because it was the first. I love Spider-Man and I needed to, like, do a review on it. I needed to, like, know. And at the end of the day, I'm happy I bought it, but also at the end of the day, I'm also not happy with what Hasbro is doing with their pricing structure right now. It is all over the place. It is insanity.
Yeah.
But if you're looking forward to this figure, if this is the one for you, then of course you got to get it. Like I understand.
I dabble in Marvel Legends. I get the ones that I want, and there's very few and far in between these days with everything else I'm spending. But that definitely is the Spider-Man that I want.
Gloves and boots. Yeah, I was noticing the hips and the lower back, like right above his butt. It has like the and around the knees, it has like the suit bunching up, which this isn't a suit, so it shouldn't be bunching up. So it's got to be a repaint of this figure. It makes sense. Yeah.
But since I don't have the first Maximum Spider-Man, I'm okay getting this one. If I had the original Maximum Spider-Man red and blue, I'd probably would be like, I don't know.
I mean, in this second photograph to the right of the package is not lying. You can get him in that position. Like,
that's cool.
You can. That's not like fake. I mean, you can actually do it. It's probably the best moving Spider-Man figure they've ever made.
Yeah.
Awesome. The fact that they have released several Spider-Man figures after this in the main line and not use this body is a crime against humanity. Should never be like, once you've developed this should be your new standard buck for Spider-Man. But they're not. They're not going to do that.
Right. And again, I'm not an articulation fiend, but when it comes to a character like Spider-Man, I am. Like, this guy needs to move all over the place. And this is the perfect figure for that. And you're right. If you start making Spider-Mans, they should all be able to be Maximum Spider-Man, so.
Yeah, they've released, I don't know, 2, maybe 3 Spider-Man in the main line since the Spider-Man came out, and they don't use this body. And I'm just like, I don't know what you guys are doing. I don't know. But maybe they're like, I mean, it's probably so they don't make people angry, to be honest. I mean, people would say, oh, I spent $55 to get that body, and now I could buy that body on a different, card and get it for 27. Like, that's not fair. Like, yeah, that's true. Let's see. Yeah. I mean, you start getting near that the Mayfex, but Curtis is
Mayfex
right.
Went up too.
Mayfex is like up to $130 now.
$120, $130 for Mayfex.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, I don't think they're worth that money either. So
who is in charge of all these pricing decisions and why aren't they smarter? I'm thinking of, specifically, like Hasbro released that Clone Trooper build-up pack for like, was it like $60 or $70 or like $56.99, and it's like a $28 figure, and then the rest of that is just accessories. It's like the pricing is all over the place. It doesn't make any sense, but I want to make sure I mention this because Curtis will message me if I don't. If you haven't, he was like, if you're not buying mess toys, like, check yourself in. Dude, he's got it. I mean, he's right. I mean, if you get on AliExpress and pick up, or eBay or whatever, and pick up a mess toy Spider-Man, I mean, they're not official, but for the price, absolutely incredible. And a local friend of mine, Scott, just got the Mess Toys Venom. And I said, man, I really don't like that figure because it's super shiny. And he's like, spray paint matte coat on that guy and take it off. But this figure is dope. And man, that thing is incredible. And now I'm on AliExpress like each night trying to find me a good price. I'm getting ready to pull the trigger on it. But this is an exciting figure to be excited. I mean, it's controversial, but it's Hasbro. It's going to be. But I'm with you. If this is your figure and this is your style, just like if you were a fan of McFarlane Spider-Man and wanted a McFarlane Spider-Man, you got to get it. You got to pick it up. I mean, no judgment here, man.
Yep.
You got to do you. Okay, now let me see here. Let me load mine up here. I do not collect. I say that I don't collect Hot Toys anymore, but man, dang it, I did pull the trigger this week on 2 pre-orders, and it is this Spider-Man from Brand New Day and the Punisher. Now, I was really, really close, and boy, I'm glad I didn't, to pulling the trigger on the Punisher that just went up for pre-order about a month ago with the beard from One Last Kill. And man, because I was like, oh, that looks so good. I'm glad I waited, because this is the one. This is the Punisher. I don't have multiple pictures. This is all I have. But if you go to Sideshow or even Big Bad Toy Store, they've got it up there. Now, the prices there's an increase. So Sideshow, I think, has this Spider-Man for $255. I think he's like $275 or $280 on Big BTS. And I believe that this Punisher's like $275 and then like $299 on Big Bad Toy Store. So there's a price difference depending on who you want to go to. But both require a down payment. But I wanted to get the final swing suit that came out, but it's waitlisted. The blue is a little shinier, but it does come with an unmasked Tom Holland head. But this one does not. But honestly, I rarely leave a Spider-Man figure on the shelf without the mask on. So I'm okay. And it's a little cheaper. So definitely going to get this Spider-Man, and definitely got to get this Punisher, because man, I love John Bernthal as the Punisher. He's so
John Bernthal Punisher looks amazing, and that Spider-Man looks really, really good, dude. I like these. These are and the price for a Hot Toy is pretty good price.
Yeah, I got to tell you that it is really a shame that John Bernthal is currently playing Punisher in the MCU, because if I was Kevin Feige, I'd hire him as Wolverine. He'd be my new Wolverine, hands down.
Oh, that's a good one.
He's perfect for it. Not terribly tall. He's got the body, the physique, the attitude. You know, to me, God, he would make a perfect Wolverine, but he's a perfect Punisher. So
yeah, he is a perfect Punisher.
Yeah, this is yeah. Okay, so oh, Andy says, Mark, hit me up for the Ally find and coupons and use coins. Okay, yeah. Let's see. Oh, Twizzler's in the house. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. Ray Pass says, jump on the Action Display channel. He has it. He has the end with Mess Toys, and we'll link to Mess Toys makers, probably like $35 to $40 tops. Perfect. Absolutely. Nice. I'll definitely. Oh yeah, and try Gundam. I always forget about them. Yeah, that looks. Yeah, it is very much John Bernthal. He said it looks like Kurt Angle's nephew. All right, let's get these guys out of here. And then let me check my notes. Sorry, guys, I'm all over the place today. Oh, all right, those are our pickups. So now our pre-orders. Now we can do pickups. Okay, so pickups. You have any pickups you wanna show off?
I actually do. I have quite a few.
I'm gonna kick off things with the pickup this week.
Yeah, kick it off real quick. I got work just
while we're talking about Punisher. I've seen this pop and swap around the interwebs a lot recently. This is the Marvel Legends Crossbones figure that came in the 2-pack with Madame Mask, and I've seen people taking any one, but specifically this that came with the Punisher Hulkbuster figure, any Punisher head, and putting it on there, and it looks fantastic, just straight out of the box, almost straight out of the box. I did have to remove his chest gear because it does have like the little Crossbones logo at the bottom, but I mean, he would still look good with this on it. But I kind of like this dress down, kind of like Batman, without his suit on. I really dig this look. He's big and bulky. That just strikes me. This was super hard to get off. It's one piece. I'd like really heat this guy up and get the arms off, and then even then I had to get this even extra hot because it's kind of form-fitting around the waist to get it over his bulky chest. But yeah, this is one of my pickups. I was able to find one without the head and without all of the accessories on eBay for like under $30 shipped. So I was like, yep, I'll do that, because I don't want to buy that 2-pack. I don't need Madame Mask. I don't even know who Madame Mask is, to be honest with you.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, Jeremy
All right.
Allen White would make a nice Wolverine. I would love that.
Hold on a second, Mark. I gotta.
No, that's okay. I'll keep going until you're ready. Yeah, Andy, we were just talking about that prior to the show. I am actually going to be heading out today to a Walmart. I've heard from a friend actually has in my town. One of my Walmarts actually has the new WWE shipper. And I'm going to be heading over there sometime this afternoon. And I was checking with Omar to see what he needed from that new shipper, because I'm looking for a few things. You guys probably saw this week, most targets around the nation are doing like a big, massive reset right now. And before I forget, let me do this. Brian Carr, thank you, buddy, so very much. Great review on the Blue Shields. I'm having a blast building Blue Shield Army. Also, what Mondo showed for San Diego Comic-Con for Motu makes my heart very happy. I think you're going to see some of those pictures coming up very soon. I did this review over the weekend, but actually, I bought this figure Friday before last and brought it home. It was going to start on the review, and the green armor was just freaking me out, and I didn't like it because it's not screen accurate, and it just looked weird. Because I'm like, even what I remember from the film, it wasn't green. So I ended up having to do like a full repaint of this guy for the Bone Bison armor. And this was one of my pickups. And I'm glad that I got it. And I'm glad I did a repaint because I love it. And I'm glad it's in my collection. Now I just need the training armor, which I almost bought with you at the toy store that you took me to in Orlando when we met up last month. But it was just a little too expensive. And I ended up getting a Plunderling instead. But now I have this guy, so I'm really happy with it. Did a review up. If you care to watch it, it's on my channel.
Okay, I think I can go now.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I had a big old haul this past week, and I finally got this guy in hand. Door Movies.
Yes, so, nice.
Man, I love this figure, dude. The colors pop. He doesn't come with a lot of accessories, but he doesn't need to come with a lot of accessories. You know what I mean? It's just like,
no.
This is one of those figures that in hand he looks even better than in the pictures. So, amazing figure, man. Amazing.
Yeah, the color palette on there is super solid. I absolutely love the color palette, and it's amazing what a fresh coat of paint and a single new headpiece can do for all those reused parts, because you look at that figure from across the room and you'd never know that it's 99% reuse. You know, you wouldn't know it. It's fantastic. So Ray-Paz, so was everyone able to get their San Diego Comic-Con exclusives? Everything Jada had to offer people, man. Here's the thing. I totally forgot about those Jada Street Fighter head packs going up. I missed them the first day. They were
the beat up ones. Right?
Yeah, the You Lose head pack. I missed it the first day, and then I was supposed to set myself a reminder for the second day, and I missed it again. And apparently, each day they were sold out in less than 5 minutes. As big of a hit as they are, I really hope, I hope they re-release these and let other people get a chance to buy them. I don't like them releasing something that's so badass and then it's super hard to get. Like, that's just, I mean, make more. We'll buy them. My buddy Jose was able to get a set. He was able to land a box. So maybe I need to like sweet talk him into like seeing if maybe I can borrow them for a review, because those heads are beautiful. Did anybody pre-order the new Savage Crucible figures? Are you talking about the 3 new ones that are up, like the Snake Man, the Kubla Khan, and like the other snake? Like it's like a wave of 3 figures. Is that what you're talking about? Let's see. Sig says his roommate just got the Samurai Predator. I finally saw that in my Target too. It is gorgeous. It's from the Headed Predator video game. I believe that's one of the skins from the video game. Yeah, he looks really nice. Oh, Ray says I've got another site for you. Yeah, it's amazing that no matter how good the photos are, they never do them justice. It's probably because it's 2D interpretation of a 3D subject. Yeah. Oh, Ray says, yeah, those. Yeah. I have all of those pre-ordered. I can't wait. Now, I'm not a snake dude in particular. I don't like snakes, but snake figures, yeah, I can do that. Another one of my pickups this week was, of course, the Blue Shield Soldier. I got one in, and I have another one coming that I'm getting to a buddy of mine. So yeah, I absolutely love this guy. I didn't think I would, but I do love it. I did kind of not really a review on the channel, but just more of a fun, let's pull all the parts out and see what we can build kind of thing. And I got left the most nicest comment by a gentleman this morning who said, this should be featured on the Four Horsemen's webpage, because if it's kind of like a primer. If you've ever asked yourself, why do people love Mythic Legions? This is why. It's
you did a great job on the video. I watched it this morning.
Thank you.
So
are you getting the Fexed Wave 2? Yes, I am. Already pre-ordered. Can't wait.
Oh, there we go. Oh, that's for Acid Rain, right?
Yes. Yeah, the 6-inch. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So so one of the figures that I was looking forward to in the Ashes of Agbendor wave is this guy right here. I love this gold skeleton, man. I mean,
yeah.
So really excited to get him. Got a few of them, so I'm gonna make an army of these guys. But
really are the wings like semi-translucent?
Oh yeah.
Okay, because I'm kind of seeing you through them a little bit. And I guess maybe I didn't know that was the case. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. So he amazing figure. And then to keep hopping on the angels, I also got Yosef. Love Yosef of the Golden Spear. So great figure as well. Love the armor patterns on that. And then Greg's favorite, Azza. So I may put her with the without the hood on, but for now I have her with the hood on. So
I did not pre-order a lot of these figures. I pre-ordered because I spent all my money pre-ordering 5 Kaipachas. That's why. That's where all my money went.
Yeah, I got these little guys right here too, the little goblins. I got some extras of those. So yeah, I
got 1 Goblin 2-pack. I got 5 Kaipachas, and then I got Azza, and that was it. And then once they came out and I saw everybody was having so much fun with the Blue Shield Soldier, I was able to get one from BBTS. I did waitlist and it converted. And then I saw the Iosef and people were like gushing over that. So I went ahead and got one on BBTS on the waitlist and it converted. Probably not going to convert Kaipachas, but some of you who are looking for them, good luck. Because I had a friend of mine that was like, I need to find it. I didn't pre-order that. I need to find it. And then he found out that it came with an extra head. He goes, oh, I guess I need 2. And I go, actually, it comes with 3 different heads. And he's like, are you kidding me? Now I got to get 3. And I'm like,
I ended up getting 4 Kaipachas. I traded 1 to Rob Zamora for a Sir Enoch. And then I have 3. I have all the figures so far except for the Centaur. The Centaur is in my all-in. I haven't received my all-in yet, but I have.
Oh, nice.
But I have all the other figures. I got the Frost Ogre and everything else. Yeah, I just got a Sway. I got him yesterday. So, but yeah, I mean, I haven't opened all my figures yet though. So, I also got this little guy. I also got this little guy while I was driving at work, or while I was driving around at work.
Oh, nice. Oh, those colors are beautiful, man.
Captain Longbill. Yeah, I picked him up. He actually was an opened figure, and they sold it to me for $20.
Oh, that's a steal.
Yeah, so
a steal. Well, I want to give a shout out to Carbon Scoring, checking in from San Diego Comic-Con. Really enjoy, San Diego. I'm assuming he's at Comic-Con. Really enjoying what you do. Thank you, buddy. I really appreciate that. Thank you. We try to make it to where it's just like, if the whole idea of this show from the get-go, when Greg and I started it, was like, we really wanted it to just be like friends got together, like back in the old days on the Saturday morning, we're watching cartoons, commercials, and we're just talking toys. And that's what it's supposed to be. So super appreciate that. I hope you went to San Diego Comic-Con, and I hope you got some cool stuff, dude. Ray Pass says, did you see that the NECA guy confirmed NECA is not doing TMNT anymore after some figures they were showing at San Diego Comic-Con?
Yeah, Mattel bought the license.
Yeah.
Mattel owns the license now for TMT, so no one's doing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles anymore.
Yeah, that is that's pretty crazy. But here's the thing. I don't know. I am not a NECA Ninja Turtle cartoon completest. I don't even have any. Okay. Right. That was a line from NECA that I was just like, I'm not going into that. Yeah. I don't know how many figures they've put out, but it seems like it's got to be close to 200, 300, 400 of those cartoon figures. They've got to be scraping the bottom of the barrel Like when you're putting out a Bebop and Rocksteady that are dressed like old women, like I don't know how many people are buying that figure. There's probably a very small market for that. And we know that they can't do contemporary cartoons. We know that Super 7 was told to stop making contemporary cartoon figures. They had to do very niche, very specific cartoons that they could work from. Yeah, and I think it all has to do with, like you said, Mattel getting the master license from Playmates and now being like the ones. So yeah, I could probably see them starting to lock down a lot of these licenses, because it looks like Playmates was just handing this license out to anybody and everybody. There are so many Ninja Turtle figures. I mean, it's a joke now. Anytime a new figure comes out from a new company, we're like, oh, thankfully somebody's making more Ninja Turtle figures. Not that that's a bad thing. If all you collect is TMNT, you're eating good. But yeah, it's a lot to keep up with.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, it's a fun show. Thanks for being an older group of guys together. Yeah, definitely my age range. Yeah, we're all basically in the same age group, man. We're all gonna be on AARP together. You know, we're all gonna be sitting on the porch going, back in my day, LJN had the best figures.
Mark, you're eligible to go to AARP now that you
Hey man, I get letters in the mail, and I'm just like, fuck you guys, man. I'm not there yet. That's funny.
You get some good
we're all graybeards. Andy says, I own exactly one NECA Ninja Turtle figure, and it's the only one I need, and that's Usagi Joe Jimbo. I actually have the artist version that's black and white from the artist. So I have that one Usagi. That's the only one I own. So
that's a good one.
Sig's like, I'm not getting that old like that. Let's see. Last week, Curtis, he is amazing. Curtis is such a great person with a big heart. He sent me a care package of a new set of his brushes and the cape for Dagna that they took to CarverCon from Darla. And I love that dude so much. He's such a nice guy. Let's see here. Went into my local Target. Like I said, they were doing a massive reset, and I have had my eye on this figure online for a couple of months and have just never pulled the trigger. Finally did, and I got, I forgot what this is, a new made-up guy, Professor Rotclaw and Cobra Deinonychus, whatever this is. I actually had a $5 off coupon, so this guy was, I think, $51.99, so I ended up getting him for like $48, and I feel like that's a good price. This to me is a lot of fun. I get angry at Hasbro for making up GI Joes that never existed when they're not putting out figures that I want, that I had as a kid. But of the ones they've made up, like Sundown looks pretty damn awesome. I do
Sundown
have pre-ordered.
Cool. Yeah, Sundown's cool.
I think what they did is they kind of like maybe looked at the line and was like, what archetypes were underrepresented? I mean, we had Wild Bill as a cowboy, but you know, why not toss another one in? Anyway, to me, this looks like, you know what? Like, I could have seen this happen in the 80s. I could very much see a villain that had a dinosaur, you know. It doesn't need to make sense. Like, I don't care. It doesn't. This just looks fun to me.
What's this due to the comic books?
I don't know. Somebody who knows in the chat might know, but I want to say this might have just been made up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, they're getting to the point now where they're going to have to start making up figures, or they're going to start going into Eco Warriors and into Headhunter and all the drug lords and all that other stuff. I mean, that's where we're getting at now. You know, so.
Yeah, it's they're starting to ease into Ninja Force and Eco Warriors. And I was just talking with Jose. That was like 91. And see, I had just gotten into high school. So I was
already out. I was already out.
I was out.
Ninja Force was, I think, the cutoff for me, and that was it.
Yep.
I was done after that. Yeah.
I never bought a Ninja Force or Eco Warriors. Never had that. That was, I don't know which came first, but it was those two that I was like, nah, and I was in high school, so I didn't care anymore.
I had Headman only because I thought it was cool to have a drug dealer. And apparently he killed somebody on a G.I. Joe cartoon. So I was like, let me just get this guy.
Brian says, yeah, not from a comic. This is a made up. Yeah.
Made up.
Yeah. I kind of, and look, and I understand if you're somebody like Lenny who grew up with G.I. Joe and you finally got a chance to work on the brand, There's no better. I mean, it's like getting a tribute figure, right? Like you're designing a new character to go into this line that you've loved since a kid. Like I can't, like Brian, if Brian Carr had the ability to make up a new Thundercat today and they sell it, like I would not begrudge that a bit. I understand. If Hasbro said, Mark, make up a Star Wars character and we'll make it, I'm going to jump at that opportunity if anybody would. So I get it and I understand. It's just, it's hard when that slot's filled with a made up character when I'm still waiting on other characters, you know, like that's just, it's kind of, I get it. I get it. Sean Forrester says totally made up character and I love it. We shouldn't be chained to the past when it comes. Yeah, I agree for sure. Yes, the Don Moreno. Yeah, you have to. I understand. Jersey Shore, 91. Yep, girls in basketball, 100%. Yeah, Sig says my mom is 76 and she's not old yet. Like I got that. Andy says I got 2 headmen to head swap on Tomax and Zaymot heads on suited bodies. Yeah, man, for sure.
Nice.
Brian says, yeah, I'm gonna make Cuddles though for Thundercats, even though she'd be a dog. Yeah, for sure. Dino Hunters from back in the 90s, for sure.
Yeah. I don't
100%. Well, I had pre-ordered this guy online, and he finally came in this week, and I am super excited to get my hands on the new Pinta. He is so exciting. Yeah, man, I love this guy. My daughter loves him too, and I just realized, like, some from the cross sale, like I've picked up this Roxanne Perez. And I would love to find this El Grande Americano, and then I've seen this. I've seen Javon Evans in store, but it didn't really look like him. So I
saw El Grande Americano. If I see him, I'll let you know. I'll pick him up.
Oh yeah, for sure. Hey, I may find him today. Who knows? And then, do you have any more pickups?
Yeah. So I got this big daddy right here, Frost Ogre.
Ooh, look at that guy.
Yeah. So nice. I'm gonna open him up later. Got this big old boy. And then I have I can't wait for this. I've got a few sets of this and I'm going to play around with them. And it's the one that you did the review on, the Blue Shield Soldier. Haven't opened this one up yet. So can't wait for that.
For any of you guys that have opened up your Blue Shield Soldier, which is a really hard to say fast. Have you found that the yellow and blue torso is super tight? Like it got to the point to where when I was trying to pop it on for my review, for my video, that I felt like it locked down on the ball so tightly that I felt like if I twisted it, I would snap the waist in half. So I took it off. I barely got it to pop on for the video. And then I'm like, I may have to go get a Dremel and get in there and route this out a little bit. Is anybody else having that issue? If so, drop it in the chat. I'd like to know. Yeah, we're over 200 figures. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if we get everything and more. I have a friend of mine locally who buys, he has like a very nice big G.I. Joe display in his house or in his outdoor shed. And it's air conditioned and environmentally controlled. So it's, temperature wise, it doesn't get too hot. And he currently has 2 of every single thing that has been released from Hasbro. He keeps 1 in the package and he has 1 loose for G.I. Joe Classified. That includes the HasLabs. He buys 2 of every HasLab, 1 to keep in, but he's got the space for it. And I don't. So yeah, he has like over 400. And then you look at the ones that are like not numbered, right? Yeah. Like you look at like what's not numbered, like the retro cards and all of that. So yeah. Anyway, let's see here.
You got anything else? Did you pick up anything else?
I have one other thing. Yes, I got one more.
I got this guy right here. Sway.
Nice.
So I picked him up yesterday. I know this is Curtis' favorite figure of the wave. So definitely. Yeah.
Why is that Curtis's favorite? Because it comes with books.
I'm being sarcastic.
Oh yeah. So I was so not expecting this, but Jose came over to my house last night. Candyman came over to my house last night. He was coming to help me do something, but also hang out for a little bit. And he's like, I brought you a figure. And I was like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. And he brought me this out of nowhere. Look at this. This is the old AE Unrivaled Supreme collection. And this is the Pinta. And this is absolutely insane. Look at the heads, the hands,
badass.
Arms, belt, and this headdress, dude.
Yeah. That's when him and Ray Phoenix faced unbox for the tag titles in the cage. That was a great match, man. That was so awesome, dude.
I don't think I can bring myself to open this. It just looks so beautiful. But so shout out.
I have a couple of those, but I never got that one. I got the Britt Baker one, and I have the Kenny Omega one, and I have the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes one.
Okay, so somebody said in the so Jesse Marshall points out trying that torso on another figure, Mark, maybe see if that fits the Templar or something else. Yes, you are correct. So what we're dealing with here is we're dealing with a torso that was developed many years ago and a newer ball joint. So that's the problem, is that there's maybe just a slight tolerance issue there. So you know. Hit that like button. Thank you so very much. Thumbtacks on sneakers in the steel cage. Great match.
Yep.
Yeah. Try the torso on another figure. Yeah. I think I will. I think I may try to see what I can do. And maybe, oh yeah, I am a big Danhausen fan too. Oh my gosh. Thank you, buddy. All right. Let's see here. All right. That's all for pickups. Let's get on the way. We're doing it today. Let's get to the unboxings. This is my first time opening this figure, even though I have a bunch on the way and I don't have all of them. And I think we're doing the same one. So we're going to be unboxing Kai Pacha today. He's got a couple of looks, so we can share all the different looks. And boy, I am so excited because from the moment I saw this figure, I was just like,
he comes with a lot of stuff, man. Like I was going to open him the other night, and then I realized he had so much stuff. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not going to open him here. There was all the knives and all the little
So right off the bat, there's a secondary tray where you get all of the keys, his little pouches and baubles and all this stuff. Dang near a full hands pack. 4 knives, 2 different styles, same colorway, his tail and the pauldrons. Then you get his cape in a completely separate baggie. So we're going to do that. And then, oh, we're not done with knives. We're not done. Tiny knives, my biggest weakness. We've got the figure, the heads, and then 2 more knives down here. So quite a bit of knivery going on. I love the idea of a very on point, on the nose, deliberate cat burglar. I love that. And I also love the Jaguelians. Is that their name? Their species? I absolutely love that. Probably my, after dwarves, it's my second favorite race in Mythos. And I hope we see more. And seeing Kai Pacha makes me hopeful for more. Let me get all of this in the microphone for our friends out in Jersey. So this is awesome. So what we have here is this loose piece around his collar is from Valak. So one of my favorite figures of all time, because it's a vampire archer. And of course, this head is very much Valak's head, but in this green, it has more of an orcish look, which it's kind of crazy that the color of a face can impact the entire race, because this now no longer looks vampiric to me. It looks more orcish. But I mean, come on, you got to keep this head on, right? And this body is a lot of, I'm seeing Dubon parts, and we have the new pants and boots from the Knight builders, or is it the Gladiator builders, right?
Yeah.
That's what it was. Let's try this other head. Oh man. So here we have that Dubon head again, just painted with the blue and the yellow eyes, looking so good. Man, that looks great. But we got to try. Let's try the other head. Do we have any Kai Pacha fans in the in the chat. Let's see. Raypass says, is that a double elbow mythic? No, we have not received double elbows or knees yet, but they are a coming. Somebody who is more in the know than me can tell us, when is the first wave? Is it the Reign of the Beasts?
What's your yes, Reign of the
With
Beast.
the double jointed, somebody
yes,
that has the double jointed parts. I don't think we've received any
There
yet.
you go, Mark. There you go, Mark.
Ooh, boy, look at that cape. Let me get this cape out. Where did that cape get off to?
I love the Papa Smurf look. I love this look, man. So yeah,
the Papa Smurf.
Sure. I love this look, man.
I like my Kai Pacha spicy with glass noodles, chicken, and veggies. Splash of soy sauce. Man.
Yeah, this figure's hot. Look at that. That is, yeah, this is
a pretty large cape too. That's really nice. No hood. It's just a cape. No hood needed. We have a nice little, you know what? Let me see. Should I? No, we're not going to do that.
That one's really cool too. This head right here, the green, the orc head. Mm-hmm. That's really cool too.
Yeah, this guy right here with the, look how regal my guy is right here, man.
Yeah.
Such a beautiful head.
So good.
100%.
Yeah, this is really, I love this look. I'm definitely going to have him in one look, and I'll have him with a Kai Pacha look too, with the cat look.
So my thought process, somebody's going to be wondering, why in the world did you pre-order 5 of these? Well, the thing is that, well, I mean, right out of the bag, he's got 3 heads, so I needed at least 3.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Of course.
It's a great character. I love all 3 looks. They're all fantastic.
Yep.
So I knew I wanted 3, and then I'm like, down the road, I'm going to be like, oh, I want to make some of my own characters to add to their little thieves guild. And I was like, instead of trying to track this guy down later, I might as well go ahead and pre-order, a couple more. So I do have a total of like 5 total coming. I only have 2 in my possession, but
I love the color of the face sculpt too. This color pops, man.
This is such a great figure. Gosh, dog, man.
Yeah.
And I was worried about Valak's collar piece because it's loose. It doesn't snap down in any way. But what they've got going on here is with the cape and with the bulk of there's a strap going around. Yeah. It sits kind of nice and tight on, and if you use a hooded head, you can actually get part of it to sit under the hood, and that helps hold it down. And as you can see, I turned him upside down. It's not even falling. So I was a little worried about that, but it all works. But I want to check out these shoulder pauldrons because I don't think, so the cape does not have holes for the shoulder pauldrons. So you're going to have to use them underneath. And that's what I'm wanting to look how the.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same cape. It's the same style cape as the one for Azza.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay. We got to have the tail. You can't have the cat guy. Can't have Kitty without his tail. And boy, that tail pops in really nice. And look at there.
Yeah.
That's not always the case. That doesn't always happen. But I'm digging that. These are my favorite style pauldrons in all of Mythic Legions. The leather plated, like the leather, folded leather. I can't remember who we first got them with, but I love them. They're my favorite. And I'm glad they give them to this guy.
Probably Valak, right?
It might have been Valak. I'm not sure, but the black, because I remember his were like super black, shiny, like really reflective.
Yep. Yeah, this figure, this is a great figure, man. This thing pops.
I wonder if by Legion's Con, they could tell us, like somebody from the Horsemen can tell us, like, of all the figures, like which one was the one that was like most ordered, or the one that sold the most.
I imagine it's this one.
It's got to be this guy or Azza. because I know so many people who don't have an Azza. Like I don't have one. I've never owned her ever.
I think it's either this one or the Blue Shield.
Yeah, it's got that Blue Shield comes with so much stuff.
That Blue Shield was the first one to sell out when they went on pre-order in retail, and then after that was Kaipacha, and then after that all the other ones started going too. Like
what was the pre-order price for Blue Shield? Because I still feel like it's $70. It's a steal.
It was
but
$70. It was $70
for the Four Horsemen price before when it was pre-ordered. Direct.
I was not around.
Oh, okay.
When that happened, yeah, no. For the retail price, it was
it's 70 retail. I wonder what it was for the Four Horsemen. It was probably around 45 or 50, right? Like it had to be like much cheaper.
I imagine it was probably $45 or something. It's my guess.
What a steal.
I know,
what a
right?
Freaking steal. All right, so we've got the shoulder pauldrons on, 2 knives, the cape. Awesome, this guy's going to be on my desk for the rest of the year.
Yeah, this is really cool, man. Love it. Love this figure, dude.
Yeah, if you can see here, let me pull the cape back a little bit so you can see the way the
dark Dubon. Yeah, that looks really good.
See the shoulder pauldrons, how they look underneath there.
Yeah.
Glorious, glorious figure. All right. Let's get into our final segment, and boy, let's let these people go to lunch. Yeah, Andy, the goblins are sold out. Yeah, and I think that too is because you get 2 different body types in there. You get all the parts and pieces. You can mix and match. People love the gobos, and you can even use all that armor for dwarves too. You just put some dwarf parts in there, and you're good to go.
Yep.
Those could be Swigs pauldrons. It might have been the very first place I ever saw them was Swig. I think he's right. They were brown leather. So I don't know. Did Swig and Valet come in the same way?
Those pauldrons seem a little too big for Swig.
I know he came with them. So Andy's right. He did come with them because I remember having to buy a second Swig just to get a second pair. But I don't know.
I'll say those pauldrons.
If only I had a book chronicling the last 10 years.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, he does. He does look absolutely terrific. All right. So we're going to talk about our San Diego Comic-Con reveals so far. And I do. Let me see. Sorry, I need to. I forgot to do this earlier. I should have linked my StreamYard to. Here we go. Done and done. So let me pull up a Google Slides. It's got to bring them all in. I should have done this before. Just didn't get to it.
It's all good. 2 hours is never enough.
I know. Papa Smurf ain't smurfing around. No, it's not. I give myself
around, bro.
All right, here we go. All right. So these are only going to be things that were released up until last night or revealed up until last night. So anything that's come out today. And look, this is not everything. I asked Omar to give me some screenshots of things he was excited for, what he was most excited for. And you give me a lot. I pulled some.
Yeah.
And I think I pulled 12 of yours and 12 of mine. So I think that's where we are. So it's a pretty good blend. And this is not an exhaustive list. It's just the things that individually we have found the most exciting. And there's some other stuff that didn't make it that I really wanted to put on here, like the Mezco Conan and the Mezco Thundercats 112th Collective. That didn't make it in here, but I'm super excited about it. So let's kick things off. You've got the first one right here. So you walk us through each of the slides as we go through. Monster Force.
Yeah, the Operation Monster Force. We're finally getting some female figures in there. So that is amazing. Hey, what's up, Charlie? That's so happy for this. I saw that and I was super excited, man. Super excited.
Yeah. So these are their these are new agents, some of the females from Operation Monster Force. They're working into the story. Agent Harker and Miranda Seek.
Yep.
Really cool. Yeah, they're looking great. Finally getting some female bodies in.
Finally getting some female bodies, yeah.
Next up, some more.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we got a nun here, and then we have, I think it's like a take on Little Red Riding Hood. So that's pretty cool. That's Operation Monster Force as well. Two more female bucks. Yep.
Yeah, what's not shown is just to the right, there is like a sea creature alien in an astronaut suit, and then an actual sea creature off to the right of that.
Both he's a big boy phenomenal. Too. Yeah, he's a big
but
boy
too. This battle nun, holy smokes, that is awesome.
Reminds me of Magdalena from the comic books.
Yep, absolutely. Cool. Yeah. Looking nice. Now, these are some of their NPCs.
Dude, I love these NPCs, man. At first, I was like, I don't know about, but I love these. I mean, they've got so many different ones. This is going to go fantastic with the rest of the Operation Monster Force and just in general, you know, if you want to add them to your Marvel collection or whatever else, these are great, man. The cheerleader, the newscaster. I mean, this is fantastic, dude. I love it.
Yeah, that newscaster looks strikingly similar to what was it, the one that Will Ferrell does?
Oh yeah.
It looks a lot like that guy. I wonder if like in the future they'll do like some NPC specific like character packs. Like I would love to see like if they would take some of these characters and then put out like a character pack of like zombie parts for this.
That would be cool,
right?
That would be cool.
You know, like she got bit and like you can, you know, it's slowly transforming her into a zombie would be kind of neat.
That would be cool. Yeah.
Oh man. Ron Burgundy, the name.
Ron Burgundy, that was it. Yeah, Ron Burgundy. Okay, now this is my favorite. Tarzan and Jane, bro. I love this. I was a huge Tarzan.
Did not see this coming.
I did not see this coming either. This was not on my bingo card. When I saw this, I jumped out of my seat. I love this. That Operation Monster Force, or not Operation, but Big Bad Workshop is making this. I love it. I love it. They are killing it right now, man. And that Jane and that Tarzan look amazing.
Geraldo Rivera. That's another. Yeah, he does kind of like Geraldo, right?
Yeah, he kind of does look a little like Geraldo.
Yeah.
Ron Burgundy.
They're saying that the Kraken is to go with the Crimson Moon line. That's brilliant. Nice. I didn't even think about that. Holy shit. Nice. That's right. Absolutely. Let's see here. All right. Now, what is this?
This is the Chronicles figures.
Okay.
Chronicles. Okay. Figures. Yeah, so that's their take on Merman, Clawful, and Panther. I mean, look at Panther, dude.
Yeah,
that looks cool. Yeah,
pretty wild. Yeah, that's really nice right there. Yeah, I did not know. I could tell this was like Mattel, but I was like, I'm not sure I can place where these. But Chronicles, that makes a lot of sense. Okay,
the Chronicles figures are cool
because that's a rad. I love Merman, but that's a rad looking. Clawful.
That Clawful and that Panther, man. That Panther looks hot, man. That is awesome.
Lots of articulation there. That looks great. All right,
Psycho here we go. Here we go. So I'm excited that AAA and Luchadors are coming to the WWE line. This is amazing. The Elites, and this is one of them, Psycho Clown. Love it. Love it.
Yeah, it looks like he's got, is that blood on his face or is
it's got blood on his face
removable? Like I don't know what the deal is there.
Yeah, it might be the painted, because he did used to paint his face too before he started wearing a mask. So it might be the painted face. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. And then that's Dominic Mysterio with his mask on. So that's a really cool one too.
Okay, so, I got to tell you, Dominic Mysterio, he looks like a meth dealer to me. And I saw this and I was like, I like this. He needs to go back to the mask, because with that mask on and that little porn stash he's got, I can't. I'm not buying a relationship between him and Liv Morgan at all.
No, of course not.
I'm like, what does she see in him?
Right, of course. It's all storyline. But I love this figure right here. This is really cool.
Looks really nice. And you can see we do have the meth head off to the right. It's just covered up by somebody's arm.
Yes, you do have his regular head, without the mask. Yeah. Hijo del Vikingo. And this was really cool because I didn't think if they were going to make this figure, I did not see that mask coming. So that's really cool that they have the mask that of his entrance gear that's coming also. So Hijo del Vikingo is really, really cool. So I love that.
Seriously, that dude's too buff to be Dirty Dom. Oh, he rips off the mask, and that's the mask underneath. Yeah. Oh, okay. Hey, Brian, thank you so much for hanging out with us, buddy. Enjoy the pool. Enjoy some time with the family. Check you later, bro.
Take care, Brian.
All right.
Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. Dr. Wagner Jr. was probably my favorite luchador when I was growing up. And the fact that now that they have his son and they're making, I wish they would make him the dad, but that they have his son and they have him in that outfit is amazing. So just this whole AAA line, just in general, is really cool. That
They're putting some love into the AAA.
They are. Really, they're putting lots of love into this. Yeah.
And I'm not sure if this guy actually has a doctorate or not. I'm just saying. Maybe it's a doctorate in pain.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. This is my girl. So this is JC Jane, Fatal Influence, but she used to be part of Toxic Attraction. JC Jane is probably my favorite female wrestler right now. They did come out with an older figure of hers, and this was this one right here, the main event line. This came out years ago, and this is when she was a tag team with Gigi Dolan. They were Toxic Attraction. Now Gigi's no longer in WWE, which is a shame because she's also another one of my favorite wrestlers. But just to know that they finally made an elite of her with all of her gear and everything that she's coming out with, it's going to be pretty cool. And I have her already on pre-order. I pre-ordered her the other day.
Jose says, I'm all in on these.
Yeah, man. The AAA.
Yeah, he's like, Dr. Wagner Jr. is one of my favorites. Love the mask he uses. I have one of them. Nice, dude. Nice. Now, JC, she wrestled last night in SmackDown, didn't she?
She didn't wrestle. She was outside.
Oh, she was outside the ring. Yeah, it was her partner that wrestled last night.
They set up the SummerSlam match, the Bellas and Paige against Fatal Influence at SummerSlam.
Yeah, and then the other Bella came out of like
Nikki
nowhere.
Bella,
yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's a six. Yeah. I knew I saw her last night, but I was dead tired by the time we got to that match. I was so sleepy. I was like in and out. I'm like,
she should be in the ladder match for the Women's World Championship, but whatever. I'll keep my opinion.
Some of those choices are very odd to me, but
Triple H do better, dude. Do better.
I don't know if he really has his finger on the pulse with the storyline with the women,
especially the women. He does not have his finger on the pulse with the women. He does not. No, he has a lot of wasted talent just there.
Because I remember, like, for the Queen of the Ring, there were some people that shouldn't have been in. Like Liv, I don't think Liv should have been in that match at all. Like,
she's the champion. Why is she in the Queen of the Ring?
Yeah, that didn't make sense. Anyway, we could be. And then this guy, he looks fun.
He looks really fun. Mr. Iguana looks fun, but I found out that this figure is $60.
Really? Why?
$60 for this figure. So I don't know if the Ultimates are going up to $60 or if it's just this figure. But Mr. Iguana is going to be $60, dude. So great looking figure.
I don't know. Maybe they're saying it's all the paint apps on all the heads and the coat. I don't know, but still, I don't see it. Why?
He is an ultimate though. He is an ultimate. He's not an elite. He's an ultimate. So we'll see.
Yeah. And then I think this is your last one.
This is my guy, La Parka. So La Parka, I was a big fan of him when I was a kid. I know La Parka Jr. also wrestles. His son. This guy was amazing. This figure right there, put him up for pre-order. He's mine. That's all there is to it.
Jose says, is he a ringside exclusive?
He, Mr. Iguana, I think is a Mattel exclusive. I think
that might be why.
So that might be why he's $60. Yes.
Yeah, Andy is like, I'm getting this Mr. Iguana. Jersey's like, La Parka. Now, is this version of La Parka a ringside exclusive as well, or is this in the main line? Do we know?
No, he'll be on the main line. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's definitely some of these that I am super excited for. These look great, even though I don't know anything about them. I just got into wrestling this year. Many of you guys know that. And I've just now started watching like AAA wrestling and luchador wrestling. And I am all about it. I love it. It's so much fun.
AAA's on, so make sure you watch it.
Heck yeah, man. Andy says, how does La Parka not come with a chair?
He should, because his whole gimmick was he was the chairman. And he always came with a chair and he always blasted people with a chair.
Oh, guys, look to the right of that head. There's a chair right there. There's a black chair just to the right of his head.
The chair. Yeah, there it is. Oh, there you go. There's the chair. Yep.
There you go. So it's just black and it's on a black background. You can't hardly see it, but there it is. It's there.
The great thing about it too is you could pose him on the chair because he used to get on the chair and he used to dance while he was on the chair. So
this sounds insane.
This is fantastic.
I want to see this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's there. All right. So let's get into some of mine. Now, dude, just 2 weeks ago, when you and I did episode 99 and a half, we ran a commercial for Skeleton Warriors. And what did you and I say? We said, those skeletons look great from back then. The humans, not so much.
Right.
And then holy shit.
Exactly.
This came out of nowhere. So the four horsemen are doing Skeleton Warriors in their Infinite Legions line. So now that tells us Infinite Legions, like Jeremy said, you guys have no idea what's coming. It can be anything. Now we know it can be fan-made characters like Joe Manganiello's characters. It can be tribute figures to other toy lines. Now it can contain an entire toy line with inside of it, because Jeremy also said, don't worry, more are coming.
I mean, the Horsemen basically said after our episode that week, they said, here, hold my beer, because here we go. I bet you they were like, just wait, guys. Just wait 2 weeks. Now, I did message Jeremy, and he didn't write me back yet. But maybe this has been said and covered somewhere else. He's busy. I'm not worried about it. But I did ask him, I'm like, I am seeing some Mythic Legions parts here. Are these going to be compatible with the Mythic Legions system? Past Infinite Legions are. So I'm assuming that these will be as well. But I'm seeing some parts here that are radically new and different. And I'm really hoping that these are compatible in that same build system. The bone color matches the normal bone color that they have for the Mythic Legion Skellies. So I love it.
Yeah, this was my number one. Holy shit. And I guarantee you, so I have been trying to get on Jeremy's radar for years for a reveal, because way back when they did Reinforcements Wave 2, they allowed individual YouTubers to reveal each one of those figures all week. Like, I think like Dorklair did one on like a Monday, and then Toy Bro did one on like a Tuesday, and then so on and so forth. Curtis got one. I think Curtis had the Shadow Orc, if I remember correctly. And so I've been trying to get on his radar for a year. So for years. So do not think I will not be sweet talking and smoozing this guy at Legions Con, because not only is that the Mythic Legions like 4-H reveal, like an early review sample, like it's Saturday morning cartoon toy line specific. So I'm like, I am like the key demographic toy tuber for that, guys. Come on. Like I need an early sample of these for review when they come out. Like, come on, guys. Let me do some help. Like 4-H needs any of my help. Like, come on. Andy says Dr. Cyborn was the first Skeleton Warriors figure. Now, I never had a single one of them. I never touched one in my life, but I love that toy line, the way it looks, and I love the cartoon. So, like, dude. King Arthur and the Knights of Justice. Heck yeah. So this was something that kind of blew me away. Next up, we have what is coming down the line for Cops and Crooks. I didn't put yours up because I had already selected this as one of mine. Everybody knows, Curtis knows, I love Cops and Crooks from when I was a kid. And now we've got Long Arm, Dr. Bad Vibes, and then this robot off to the side. I know it's robot, but robot's so much more fun to say. Dude, I am so happy about these.
I just wish they come out with more at one time. You know what I mean? So, we've got 3 so far, but give us more, man. Like, give us. Yeah,
I'm wondering if like the robot and Dr. Bad Vibes is like a deluxe 2-pack.
It is. It is a deluxe. It's got to be.
It's got to be because they said the next 2 figures coming out was Long Arm and Dr. Bad Vibes. They already had announced that. Yeah. So, but that's got to be a 2-pack with the robot as another way to get stuff in there.
I just hope that the next wave after this that comes out is at least 4 figures. Give us at least.
Well, when I talked to the guys at ZoloCon, they said what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to do 2 at a time. And they said since the name was Cops and Crooks, every release will be a good guy and a bad guy. And they can pull this off because this line had a ton of bad guys. And that's not always the case with 80s toy lines. Sometimes you'd get tons of good guys, but only a handful of bad guys, right?
Yep.
This line had just as many bad guy characters in the cartoon as it did good guys. So
I think we saw
they could do this for a while.
I think we saw a peak on the next bad guy. It's going to be Buttons McBoom Boom because they had already shown a render of him. So I think the next bad guy is going to be Buttons McBoom Boom. The next good guy, I don't know. It might be
100%.
dog. I can't remember the cop with the dog. Or it
Oh,
might
right
be,
here. It's Bowser and Blitz.
Bowser and Blitz. Yep.
Yeah,
That's it.
100%. Gotta have both of those.
I think the next one could probably be Bowser and Blitz, and definitely Buns McBoom Boom, or it'll be one of the other. But yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Or maybe 100%. Yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah. Got it. These, man, it makes me so happy. You guys knew this was coming. Come on. You don't fly Danhausen all the way out to your Mattel panel and not give him a figure. Yeah. He's in the WWE now. We knew these figures were coming eventually. I have been chomping at the bit to like try to maybe go back and get an AEW Danhausen, but they have skyrocketed in price.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah.
And I'm like, they're going to make new figures. And we got tons of options. We have him in his cape, in his wrestling attire. We have him in the suit, which he was always running around backstage in. We have this red version that's already gone up for pre-order. Thank you for letting me know that it was up on Ringside Collectibles. I've already pre-ordered it. From there, it was like $45, I think.
Yeah.
They're also going to be making Ghoulhausen and this is Cold Steve Hausen. Is that right? What is this guy's name? It's Cold Steve Hausen.
Yeah.
I love this. Love this. Absolutely. Like I am all over the place. Do you guys know if the Boss Fight Studios Luchador figures are based off of real wrestlers? 100%. 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, Jose was here last night and he had never seen Wave 2 that had been they're a little larger in scale and they had the double knee and double arm articulation elbow. He was like, I have a couple of the first wave that were smaller in scale and were single joints. And he's like, I didn't want to dive into Wave 2 because I didn't know how they compared. And he's like, now that I've seen them, 100%. Yeah, they're all based on real wrestlers. Yeah, 100%. I will spend all of my human monies on this guy.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%. I love Danhausen. He is, dude. I listened to an hour-long segment on the Wrestling Nation Sirius XM radio station the other day about how long can Danhausen keep this thing going? Because he potentially, at his age, could be in the WWE for the next 20 years, right? Oh, yeah. And they were saying, look, he can ride this, just what he's doing for a long time. This is his very nice version. Maybe we've never seen his very evil version. So maybe there's a world where he takes a heel turn.
There was an evil version when he was in Ring of Honor. When he first became Danhausen, he actually was a heel. So
there you go.
Yeah. So the heel Danhausen, what he does is he has a jar that he carries full of
the teeth.
And he shoves the teeth in his opponent's mouth, and then he runs against the ropes and he kicks him in the mouth, and the teeth go flying out, and he just knocked your teeth out. That's his finisher. So that's
I didn't know that was Evilhausen's deal. I knew he had the teeth, but I didn't know that was
a good guy. He was doing it as a good guy too in the independents, but that's how he was doing it in Ring of Honor back in the day. But I have a couple of matches. I'll send them to you so you could check them out.
Okay, do that. But then another thing was they're like, listen, like when he bulks up, he gets a little older, he gets a little more grizzled, he gets a little bigger. Yeah. Maybe there's a world where he strips off the makeup and he goes back to being, is it Donovan? Is his real name? Donovan Danhausen. Yeah. So he goes back to being Donovan and he could do that for a while. And I kind of think, I mean, again, I don't have a deep wealth of wrestling knowledge, but I think if you're a wrestler who comes out without makeup and without a gimmick and you just wrestle as a regular person, it's kind of a lot harder, I think, to make that switch into coming up with a goofy gimmick and then putting on face paint and becoming a different character, where he has come out separately, like differently. Like he's come out as this kooky character that I think in the future he could probably strip the makeup off and just wrestle as a regular person and then kind of have that Finn Balor demon thing going on. I think he's probably done it the best way because I think that's an easier transition for people to accept. Whatever the deal is, I know I've got friends that are like, but he doesn't even wrestle. And I'm like, he don't have to. He is literally the hottest thing in the WWE and he doesn't have to wrestle. Like, I'm happy when he wrestles, but if they just trot him out there between matches and let him cause mischief, dude, it makes me and my 7-year-old daughter laugh hysterically. So
yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
But let's just hope WWE does him justice, because WWE has a way of ruining people sometimes.
Gosh, seems like they would want to ride this train till the wheels fall off.
But
next up,
what he's got going for him is he's not a woman, so he should be okay.
Oh my God, what a roast. We're finally getting Too Bad in the Origins line after 78 years of waiting around and waiting for this to happen. They could have made this figure 4 years ago, but hey, better late than never. We're finally getting it, and I am super happy about it. I know it's not the biggest, most splashiest release, but it's one I've been waiting for. I have the cartoon filmation version, thanks to Terrence, was able to snag me one. But we're finally getting the Origins line. Sorely missed opportunity to get this guy in there. And then I just wanted to throw out, these are figures from Badass Reviews is out there covering this stuff. These are all in art. These are in art 1/12 scale figures. And I am blown away at what they're doing. So we've got some Alex Ross, Superman and Batman. Of course, we got their big hulking, absolute Batman. We see that they're going to be diving back into some more of the Dark Knight Returns comic book characters with the leader here, and then we're still getting some more of the movie figures. Bane looks great, and then Mafex dropped. My favorite of all time. I've been waiting for this guy. Classic 90s Colossus. Gotta have this guy. I knew they were going to make him eventually. They're going to have Nightcrawler in this guy, and I'm going to be in heaven. And literally the Neo figure that I've been waiting 27 years for somebody to make, a fully articulated, accurate Neo with the trench coat. I'm in 1/12 scale. I'm a happy dude. And that's it. Those are all of my reveals, all of Omar's reveals that we like so far. And dude, it's Saturday. We don't even know what's dropping today. Today's their big day. So
I bet your stuff already dropped and we don't even know it yet.
Because we've been doing this for the last 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I'm just only 10-16 over there, so we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Andy says Donovan Danhausen's one hell of a technical wrestler. That's really cool. Yep, Too Bad. It's just amazing how over he is right now. He landed at the right moment for his gimmick 100%. And you know what I love too about him real quick is that if you've seen the interview that he did outside of his makeup, it's like an hour-long video with, I can't remember that guy's name, but he's on a podcast. This video, you can watch the entire thing on YouTube. I did. He seems like a genuinely good person. And, that just, if you're a genuinely good person, I don't care what business you're in, like you can rope me into liking you because it seems like it's just so like if you see an interview with Logan Paul, he's going to stay in character. He's going to stay the jerk. But it's like when he had his makeup off, he's just like a normal guy. And man, he just seems like a great dude. And I appreciate that.
It's just interesting because Danhausen for 3 years in AEW was wasted. He was completely wasted. He started off hot. He was the biggest selling merch wrestler in AEW. And then Tony Khan just sat him. And from then on, he got hurt. And then I remember from then on, he got back nothing. He sat for 2.5 years quiet. When his contract ran out, he left and went to WWE, and look at him now. It just amazes me how they wasted him in AEW.
How short-sighted that dude could be.
Yeah.
I remember when he broke his leg.
But he does that with a lot of wrestlers, so it's not just Danhausen. There's a lot of wrestlers that are so marketable right now in AEW. They're sitting at home and have been sitting at home for 2 years or 2.5 years or 3 years and not being used, waiting for that contract to end so they could go to WWE.
Right. Yeah. It's kind of like how record labels will hire an artist and then the artist like, I want out of my contract. And they're like, well, okay, well, you've got to give us 5 albums. And they're like, I'm not making another dime for you. And then they just sit there and run out their contract. It's got it's got like a yearly thing attached to it, like 4 years, 5 records, something like that. But they just sit there. And that's why you may not hear of an artist making music for like 5 years because they're in a label contract and they want to get out of it and they can't make any albums unless it's for this person. So Andy, I wanted to go back to this. Said one of his biggest accomplishments in life was getting Danhausen to like one of my Instagram posts years ago. That's pretty funny.
I wanted to answer Jose's. So they're not allowed to show off the new DC line for next year until McFarlane's contract ends. So I don't know if they're going to have a panel at San Diego Comic-Con because they're not allowed to advertise their new figures until the line ends for McFarlane. Now they could advertise their core figures, which they have right now, which is the Kitty line. They could do that. But right now, I don't know. I could be wrong, but from what I've heard and from what I've read, I don't think Mattel is going to do anything with the DC line until that ends for McFarlane, and then they'll start releasing renders or the figures themselves of what's coming out.
That's a shame. That's a shame because now is the perfect time to do it to get people excited. But
you look at McFarlane. McFarlane's blasting new figures left and right. Like there's no tomorrow at San Diego Comic-Con. I think he had a panel and he's got another panel like tomorrow or something with more figures coming out.
Yeah.
But I mean, my question is, why didn't you do this 3 years ago when you had the license? Like there's figures that are coming out now that should have came out 3-4 years ago. So,
well, I was guessing he was still hoping that they could work something out where he's making some portion, like they can do 6-inch, we'll do 7-inch, whatever. We'll stay in the electronics department at Walmart. You can have the aisle, which has already happened, the toy aisle. But yeah, I mean, he's had these figures in production. Now they're rushing them through because they can't send anything to production after September. I think they're not allowed to. So what they've shown has got to be produced by September because nothing can go into production because it would be shipping in like January or February, and they can't do that. So
there's one figure that he's coming out with right now. It's actually already out in like Walmarts and stuff. People have taken pictures of him that I really, really want, and that's Black Mask. So I need to find Black Mask.
Yeah, but if I see one out, I'll pick it up. Well, man, dude, we've done 2 hours and 20 minutes on our inaugural episode of Double Jointed in the post 100 episode era. Yeah. So thank you guys for everybody who has stayed with us. You guys are amazing for hanging out. There's like 30 people like in the chat right now chatting. So I super appreciate every one of you. Man, this has been a long one, but I hope you guys have enjoyed it because I've enjoyed it. And we'll be back next week. Same time, same channel. Until then, Omar, do you have any shows coming up this week you want to tout?
Legion's Kings, 9:30 Tuesday night. Be there. We're going to talk about San Diego Comic-Con. We're going to talk about some movies, and we're going to talk about Cosmic Wave. It ends next Sunday, I think, August 2nd.
Got to get my order in. Great. Thanks for reminding
me.
Get
your order in for that, and we're going to talk about all the upcoming stuff. So join us, man. We're going to have some fun.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys next week, and we'll catch you in the aisles. See you guys.
Bye.